You are not live. We are not live yet.
Yes, we are.
Oh,
Don't lie to
live.
us.
Oh, we
We're not
live.
We know
We're
more
not
than
live.
you.
Oh, goodness gracious. Welcome, one and all. This is Shenanigans ttRPG, and we play Dungeons and Dragons. Thank you for joining us. Please like the video. Please subscribe to this channel. This is episode number 41 of our ongoing Dungeons and Dragons 5e campaign. Thank you so much for sticking with us this long. The end is near. I don't know exactly how many episodes we have left. I estimate maybe 7 or 8, just like this one. Maybe we'll get close to 50. Maybe we'll pass it. But the point is, we are in the third act. So if you've been watching for this long, thank you so much. I promise you the conclusion is coming, the grand epic conclusion. One quick announcement before we start the game. We obviously play on Monday nights usually. We're not playing next Monday night, the 26th. So July 26th, we're off. And the following Monday, we're not going to play, but we are going to play Tuesday in the first week of August. So the next time we will play, episode 42, will be Tuesday, August 3rd. So mark your calendars. There's also a calendar on our website, SttRPG.com. And it will be posted after we play tonight. I will fix the calendar to reflect that the next game is Tuesday, August 3rd. So, guys, if you could one at a time, just let the audience know what your character looks like, what level you are, anything of interest that you think they don't know at this point. Please feel free to go first. PI usually goes first, Mr. PI.
Okay. Well, my character's name is PI. He's a navy blue tiefling warlock. He has blue skin. Blue skin, black hair, black horns. Very handsome, very fit, very powerful. He has a rat named Splinter that is his little pet that he keeps in his pocket. And
Yes.
we don't talk to him much, but we love him. You know.
This is true. This is true. Who's next?
Theoden
Theoden of the High Mountains.
of the High Mountains, born and raised, very ugly. He's about your average height for a dwarf. He's got warts on his nose, a big bushy beard that's always very dirty. Has a cluster of bugs living inside it. That's one of his prized possessions. And his faithful companion, Chester, who is a blink dog. Kind of teleports wherever he wants.
He's a good boy. He's a good boy.
One of the best. One of the best. And yeah, that's about it.
Who's next?
I'm playing Sirach, the half-elf ranger and warlock. Tall, much better looking than Theoden. Definitely no bugs in my hair at all. I have Alistair, my lion, as my companion.
Meow.
And the toucan back at the house.
Asshole.
We will go get. Trust me.
Yeah, one day.
Yeah, he's the most important part to the final battle, I believe.
Coming. It's coming.
Yeah. So the toucan and the fact that Sirach is the sole proprietor to probably the best firearm in the entire realm.
This is true.
So
you own the blueprint and the legal rights.
Yeah.
Yes.
Talk to Percy about giving it away, though.
Oh, this is true.
Or
Last but certainly
selling.
not least is
Baka, the gnome rogue. I have a white mohawk, a short little thing. I like to steal. I have a bunch of pets. I have Sagi the weasel, Tora the orange tabby, Athena the tressum, and Ari the lion. So, yeah, and add some more, I'm sure, by the end of the story.
Yes, please. Some more animals that I can voice and have personalities for. All right, so let's put this on group chat, so to speak. We are Zoom to YouTube. All right, so really quickly, it is the winter. The last month of the year, which is the 10th month, 25th day. There's only 5 days left in the year 257. The snow is not on the ground, but it is blisteringly cold in the city of Flitwick. Flitwick is in the eastern part of the continent of the realm. The starting location, you guys have bounced around the realm, basically using horses and vehicles and carts and helms of teleportation. But somehow, after 2 years of adventuring, you found your way back inside the walls of this large farming community town known as Flitwick. It's about 5 p.m. You just visited a tower just outside the walls of Flitwick and resurrected your friend Parthasnax, a blue dragonborn wizard who has now pledged himself to your cause in the event that you should need him in the future. The conditions and particulars of that yet to be determined. So 5 p.m., I would assume that you guys are probably heading your way back to the inside the city of Flitwick. Sun has not gone down yet. What would you guys like to do? It's been a while. It's been 2 weeks. So if you need to ask some questions, it's not a problem. I will fill you in, or Harry will fill you in. Harry is the 5th unofficial member of this group. He is a dwarf like Theoden, not as muscular, a little more handsome, looks a little bit like Peter Dinklage. He is a cleric, but he also thinks of himself as a writer, and he originally followed around the group, known as the Natural Ones, because he wanted to chronicle their adventures. Now he just follows them around because he likes them. So Harry is basically, yes. So what would you guys like to do?
I'm not sure.
Good answer.
Yeah. That was a good, safe answer.
Do they have any potion shops here? Maybe I can try to get some potions for the final battle.
I don't see why not. I mean,
do we know anything about the final battle yet?
We're fighting an elder god.
Yeah,
and
but
possibly his minions.
Well,
but like location, like
it's Frintpool.
We got it's in Frintpool.
Yeah. That's we're assuming it's going to be because that's where he's being summoned.
Okay.
Harry, as he's walking behind you, starts flipping through his book, looking to his notes, like, final battle. Okay, so like, oh shit. So yeah, I don't even know where the final battle is. It doesn't say it doesn't have a date or a time or anything in here. I think it has something to do with Captain Hull, but I don't really. There's like a big gap.
Who is in Frintpool.
Yes, that is true. That is
So
true.
Should we
just, guys? I'm kind of hungry. Should we just go get something to eat and talk this out, like over some steak and potatoes?
What time is it?
Well, it's almost dinner time. I mean, it's 5 o'clock. So, where do you guys go to get a little bit of grub?
All right, it's on PR.
Yeah, all right. Mr. Moneybags over there. Unlimited
So,
money, but it's fine.
If I'm not mistaken, you guys have rooms upstairs already rented out in the Laughing Habit, which basically has food downstairs and rooms upstairs. And as you approach the front of the Laughing Habit, you notice that there's a couple of guards standing out front, and the door is hanging on the side of like a hinge. As if some kind of force.
That's not normal, right?
That is not normal. No, that's not normal. So what would you guys like to do?
Oh,
What happened here?
What happened here? Straight to the point.
One of the guards looks at you. Looks like he's kind of, the wheels are spinning in his head, wondering whether or not it's necessary to answer the silver-haired half-elf in front of him with that kind of cocky, condescending kind of thing. But then he scoffs and goes, some kind of a bar incident. Do you have rooms here? Otherwise, you cannot enter.
Yeah, we got rooms.
Oh, he basically steps aside wordlessly.
What happened? I don't remember.
So as you approach the door that is hanging on one hinge, you notice that the inside, the lights are all turned up. The candles are lit. Well, let's face it, it's only 5 p.m. So sunlight and windows would illuminate the interior. You notice that the bartender, who's usually behind the bar, is basically sweeping up and trying to pick up. It seems like there was some sort of incident that happened in there. There was tables shattered, chairs broken. The place is cleared out. There's nobody there, where normally at 5 p.m. there would at least be half filled with people. So
bar fight, huh?
Yes, you just missed it. You're not going to cause any trouble. The bartender basically is a human male who's bald. He's got a dirty stained shirt. He's got a little bit of a pot belly. And he also incidentally is the father of Helen, who originally worked at that establishment, and then before she became a member of the Harper Harper Soldiers. So that is if you remember what his name is, I think his name is Odick. Odick. Yeah, he basically just looks miserable because now apparently he's got to fix up the tables and the chairs and whatnot. But apparently the guards had to be called in order to.
Wish
he
we could have seen the show.
Oh, it was terrible. If you gentlemen want food, you're gonna have to give me a good half an hour before I need to clear this up. And
that's all right. Can we pour ourselves a drink?
Actually, yes. And he looks at the blue tiefling and nods at the blue tiefling Pia, as if he knows you a little better than the rest, and kind of like motions to the bar, insinuating that you guys can go behind the bar and help yourselves while he cleans up the
I'm
area.
gonna whisper to Pia. Does he know Helen broke up with you?
I don't know. Who cares? We're getting to serve ourselves.
Who gives a shit?
All right, so I'll go behind the bar.
Absolutely. So if you guys want to pour yourselves a drink,
I'm pouring
the selection is not all that impressive. It's basically just a series of wines and meads, and maybe one bottle of whiskey. Nothing is labeled.
I'll mix a little bit of each one in the cup for myself.
Outstanding. You've created a concoction that will
probably kill me.
Probably. Make a Constitution saving throw, Pia.
A natural.
Natural one. Let's just say that you take a long, deep pull of this concoction that you made, and very quickly you notice there's a rumbling in your stomach, and this might not have been the best idea. As of right now, you're okay, but who knows what might happen in the near future.
So he's drunk.
Well, no, I wouldn't say that he's drunk. I would just say that his stomach is not cooperating with him. Apparently, the mixture of alcohol, it may cause problems, down the line. He doesn't feel well. It's his stomach's not tolerating it all that well. So, what would you guys like to do? Do you want to just wait it out, wait for Odick to just finish up with his cleaning, and then get in the back of there, cook you some dinner?
Sure.
Well, Harry goes and sits at a table that's right side up in the corner, and continues to scribble in his book. There are other chairs that can be pulled towards that table if you guys want to just sit there and wait with your drinks and possibly talk about what it is that you guys would like to do next on the next leg of your adventure.
Yes.
Saddle up.
Sure.
Can I sit backwards in the chair like a high school guidance counselor?
Cool
yes. Now I can never sit that way. Now I can never in real life sit that way again, because anytime I turn a chair around, I'm going to imagine him telling, "Oh shit, I look like a high school guidance counselor." Great. Just the impression I wanted to put across. This is great. So, what would you guys like to do?
I don't know. Where are we going next?
Friend pool, right?
No, the friend pool's the
no,
final
we
battle.
Well, we should probably maybe see
Hona.
We should go to Hona.
What's in
to
Hona?
see if Prince Ryan will be on our side.
We're trying to
do that.
If we get him on our side, we could ask for his faction with,
Hona,
help
you mean
with the
Enosa?
battle. No, Hona is where he wanted us to go.
Oh.
He had people go there and they went missing.
Hona. Harry starts flipping through his book furiously, looking for the chapter that he dedicated to Hona. He goes, "Oh, Hona." So we visited Enosa. Enosa is the capital city of the Zentarum and also the seat of the original monarchy, where Prince Ryan and Princess Anastasia live. Now, Prince Ryan wants to be king again, so eventually he's going to basically strike out on his own in order to recapture the throne. But before that happens, we showed up and we basically, made nice with Prince Ryan. And we had dinner, a banquet dinner, and they basically wanted to give us information about what's going on behind the scenes as far as his military strategy, his plan for the new year, but he wasn't sure whether or not he could trust us. So he said, I have a problem in Hona. A member of the Dawn Guard, his name is Reed. I sent him in order to make nice with the Order of the Gauntlet in Hona. But once while after I sent Reed Underbow, this guy from the Dawn Guard sent him to
I
Hona.
like that
So-
name.
Thank you very much. The I wrote it down myself. It's right here in
Nice.
it's right here in my book. So
Very good, Harry.
thank you. So I you know what's interesting is I don't actually know his last name. I kind of just gave him that last name, but no one will really
I
know.
won't say a word.
Is anybody really going to fact check the book? No.
They may. They
No.
may, Harry.
So
But
so
I
while-
got your back.
So while I guess Reed was talking to the Order of the Gauntlet, the city of Hona was attacked by the Harper organization, and the Harpers apparently won. And haven't heard from this guy Reed since. So they insinuated that if you wanted to get on the Prince Ryan's good side, you could go over there and kind of like see what's going on. And if he needs saving, save his ass. So that's basically all I have in the book in regards to Hona.
Yeah, I mean, other than Hona, we got to go convince the factions to join us for the final battle.
And Harry looks at Pia, the blue tiefling, and says, Pia, didn't you also say that you wanted to make a visit to Lady Piper in Alzando to kind of like get her up? I don't remember exactly what you wanted to tell her. Like you wanted to get her on board with something? Or?
I mean, I was gonna tell her about the army that we can build, which I don't think everyone's in agreement with, but it's okay.
Gotcha. Okay.
Are you talking about your demon army or the normal army? Like,
No, my.
yeah, I'm still not with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it seems like there might be a rift in the group, a blossoming rift, a chasm, if you will. So anyway, before we get into fisticuffs at the table and talking about demon armies, let's get focused. Odic brings over some food for you guys. Hold on one second. Speak of you. Odic brings over some food for you guys, and he overhears. He doesn't overhear. He seems like he's trying to listen into the conversation and being nosy and whatnot, but he's keeping his opinions and his ideas to himself as he drops off some steak and potatoes and actually takes a full decanter of ale and puts it on the table to add to your mugs and your food for the evening. So yes,
Chris,
what's
did I tell the group about my discussion with Issa?
I'm not sure if you did or you didn't. I would suggest that you refresh their memories.
I suggest so.
I refreshed their memories.
We'll refresh them again.
Barely remember myself.
Well, you better refresh your own memory first.
She basically said that she believed the Brood of Kotoa now had the Amulet of Ultimate Evil, and that that we're in trouble. So
What?
that was her belief. She asked if I still had it, and I told her no, and that we gave it to a broker, and she said that now she thought the Brood of Kotoa had it. So yeah.
Harry puts his book down. He closes it. He does the whole steeple thing.
That's it?
That's it.
That's all I remember.
Harry is just
Welcome to my
steepling it.
world.
Harry's looking at you guys one at a time at the table, and you can see the wheel spinning in Harry's shaggy head.
Hey,
His
Harry.
little chin music going on. He's clean shaven when you met him. Now he's got a little chin music, and he's going. I'm not sure if you guys going about this the right way. Harry says.
Why don't you tell us?
How would you go about it, Harry?
Well, you know what I think. So you got 5 factions running around. 4 of them are afraid of one. The one that they're afraid of that faction because they have a prince who wants to be king. First thing we got to figure out is, do we want that guy to be king or not?
Not really.
Once we determine that, then we can go forward. I don't think we've ever had a conversation as to whether or not we want Prince Ryan to be king again or not.
I think
is
I
that
think
even
I
a
should
decision we
just.
can make, Harry? You know,
I think I should just be the king.
Definitely not.
Yeah, it's fine.
I think I'd rather see
I'm down
Aiden
for
on the
that.
throne than you.
I'll take the throne.
That's fine.
I'll
King
plop my
Theoden.
fat ass on the throne.
I'll genuflect to Theoden.
But yeah, we should
Leave.
probably figure that out.
Well, the reason why I say it is because the first step is figuring out, like, getting information from Prince Ryan and finding out what their plan is. Because if we find out, like, I guess we're planning to go to Hona, and if we succeed in whatever it is going on in Hona, and we give that information to Prince Ryan, now we can either give that information to Prince Ryan or not based on what we see. That'll be up to you guys. But I assume if we tell him what he wants to hear, then he'll tell us what his plans are as far as the year that's coming. Because everybody seems to be like hanging over like each other, like getting ready for war. But the
We're gonna
question
have
is,
the war in the summer, but it's after Katoa spawns.
right? So,
Yeah.
and then once we figure out what Prince Ryan is planning to do, then you guys can decide whether or not you want to tell everybody else or not tell everybody else. Whether you want to tell them in order to fight them back or try to get them to fight with each other. I mean, you could try to make them friends with each other, or you could just give one side an advantage over the other. It's really up to what you guys
We could
decide.
try something where we say, hey, Prince Ryan's gonna be king of the country, but you guys will be like independent states you can rule and govern yourselves, but you'll still owe your allegiance to the king. Or something like that. I don't know.
Well, I mean, that sounds good, but they may be afraid of that based on, from what I understand, his father, King Arlick, was a cruel dictator. That doesn't mean that Prince Ryan will be, but I got a feeling that people are
Prince
going
Ryan's a sissy.
I wouldn't trust his ass.
you're going to have to sell people on that. Doesn't mean you can't sell it, but you're going to have to do some
well,
convincing.
I'm
We'd
not the
have
one
to
with
have a
charisma.
campaign.
Yeah. Oh, Harry's starting to look tired. I would say that probably a few hours knocked by. It was 5:30 when you showed up, and he fixed the tables of ones that can be fixed. The chairs are overturned. People are starting to make their way back in. Now
Is the
Odic is
kitchen
basically
ready?
going, the kitchen is ready. The food is on the table. It's maybe like 8 or 9 o'clock. Is there anything that you guys would like to do in the establishment before the night comes to an end? Or,
No, not
No?
really.
Otherwise we'll just advance it to the following morning.
Well, I mean,
or-
I do want to read the Sagi tonight. I want to change it up.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
I
not
got
a
a book
problem.
I want to read too.
That's cool. That's cool.
yeah.
All right. So then you know what we'll do? Unless guys stop me if I go too fast, but what we'll do is we'll advance it to, like, let's say 10 or 11 o'clock. You guys are up in your 2 or 3 rooms. I think you guys set aside 2 rooms, and you guys broke it up amongst each other. So do me a favor. Instead, if you're going to roll, Baka, roll for animal handling for me. Give me an animal handling check, please.
Guidance.
I don't think you can give him guidance on this particular one because he didn't tell you that he was going to.
It's fine.
Well, you
don't
know
worry
what?
about it.
Yes, you can. That doesn't make sense. Of course, you can give me guidance. Absolutely.
Okay.
Let me know the breakdown, though, Baka.
Yeah. So I got a 17 plus my animal handling is 7.
It's for
So
24 plus
plus a 1.
plus a 1. Gotcha. Okay.
So 25.
Cool. So I think based on, listen, Sagi is the fat weasel.
Oh, he's not fat. Don't
he's
do that.
he's pleasantly plump. We don't want to shame him. Let's not body shame the weasel, even though he's been eating the rations since the campaign started in the zipper pouch of holding. He comes out temporarily. I don't like listening to stories, master. Give me rations. If you give me rations, I will listen to story.
I give him a ration.
Okay. He
Yeah.
eats the ration. He listens to the story, and you feel, Baka, that your lesson to Sagi is successful. I mean, I guess, you know. In any event, let's move on to Sirach. Sirach,
Okay.
What would you like to do before the night is over?
I want to do some reading with the book on the Arlick dynasty that
Okay,
Baka gave me.
absolutely. So we'll do
About
is we'll do a roll by roll
know.
basis.
Keep forgetting.
Based on your attention span and the language and the penmanship, because let's face it,
And
this
how pompous it is.
Exactly. Like, if you roll really well, you may get more information. If you roll less, it just means that it's so fucking dense in that chapter that you just lost interest and couldn't get through it. So what specifically are you looking for in this? What can you just be described as a history of the Arlic dynasty?
I want to kind of see what sorts of like wars and like alliances and stuff that they once had, if I can
Okay.
find any information on
Absolutely. Give me a what kind of a check would it be? Let me look through my list. Could be gets a history check. Now, well, not history. You know what? Let's go investigation because you're reading the book. You're investigating the book per se.
that. All right.
So investigating check on that.
That's going to be a 16.
16. With a 16, little dense. You're not sure. Some of it comes across as being a little self-serving, a little self-indulgent, but you do get the sense that in this book there is discussions of a line of kings that go back all the way back to the Platinum Dragon, when the Platinum Dragon actually existed as a real thing, and not and had not been struck down by the 6 dwarven lords. That there was an alliance between the red dragons in Enosa and the Platinum Dragon, kind of like an armistice where they would not mess with each other. There was the funny thing is that in most of the realm, people are unaware that the leaders of the Zentarum and the dynasty are actually red dragons. They just assume that that's part of Fear Factor, but it clearly states it in the book that they're red dragons. So if you had not known that up to this point, you'd found the book with a 16, it would basically be evidence that they are dragon kind. There's no mention of recent events. It's more like a past thing. But with 16, there's really not much else as far as, they talk about how victorious they are. But then again, it's hard to verify that because it's just people writing about their own dynasty. They may just be puffing out their own history for their own sake.
Yeah.
Spin doctor, so to speak.
Yep. All right.
What else you got?
Let's see. What else do I really want to? What's written in it that they're kind of like touting as like their greatest accomplishments?
Okay.
Since obviously I can tell the book is kind of trying to stroke their ego.
Yes. I'll make an investigation roll on that one.
Sure. That's going to be a 24.
24. Okay, so with the 24, they consider their greatest accomplishments. It comes across as complete and total bullshit, especially since the fact that throughout the realm, this way it comes across. Doesn't mean that it is, because the legend of the Arlic dynasty is cruel, high taxation, capital punishment without evidence. There, people being dragged off to work in forced labor camps. This is stuff that was known in Econos, where you grew up, and in many other areas of the realm. But according to the book, it basically talks about how they created something called democracy and voting rights, and how the peaceful transition of power in the realm from Dragon Lord to Dragon Lord is nowhere as good. It's never been as successful as it has been under the Arlic rulers. So it just comes across as just an unending stream of complete nonsense from your perspective. The flip side of it is that you never met King Arlic. You have met Prince Ryan and Princess Anastasia, and you've been in the city of Enosa, and the city of Enosa does seem relatively happy. It doesn't seem like people are, it doesn't seem like an authoritarian rule. People seem, it's hard to judge if you only were there for a day or two, but people seemed like they were enjoying their existence. And those two, they were basically, seemed decent in their approach to what they would want, what they are, but I mean, again, you don't know them like the back of your hand, so it remains to be seen what their intentions would be like if they were rulers. So,
Okay.
anything else?
Yeah. Marriage rights and
Marriage rights. Investigation check on marriage rights in the Arlic Dynasty.
Guidance.
Mhm. Why the hell not? Go for
all
it.
right.
Do
Give them guidance.
Jacob wants to know about that.
Guidance.
Actually, thanks for that, Pia. That will bring it up to a 21.
A 21. Okay, so
Ooh.
there is not much in the book
Marriage
about
law.
marriage traditions. It does insinuate through without talking about it directly. There is mention of cousins having sex with cousins and brothers and sisters marrying each other in order to keep the bloodline pure.
Nice.
So you know that obviously that must be part of their tradition. There is mention in one of the chapters about a knight, a Zentarum knight that sought the hand of the of one of the royalty that actually challenged a duke to a duel in order, and the winner of the duel would be allowed to win her hand, and he was actually killed. So no one knows if
The Duke was killed or the knight?
The knight was killed.
Oh.
So no one knows what would have happened had the knight been successful. If the knight had won, would they have held to it, or would they have turned around and doubled back on it? No one really knows because the knight lost. But that's pretty much all that you're going to find in the book in regards to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
One last thing
Okay.
will be, I want to know. Hold on, I had my list of things I wanted to know.
Cool
Let's
beans.
go. Here it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Major exports, local bird species, and best places to eat.
Oh, make an investigation check. Let me get my Enosa book out. Hold on. It's so funny.
Nice. Local bird species, huh?
Local bird species. Interesting. What'd you get as far as the bird's concerned?
I got a 19.
A 19. All right. Well, in order to get a full list of local bird species, you needed an 20. So,
Okay. All right, that's fair.
but you're interested in the. Okay, so
Major imports, exports.
It's not a travel guide. It's not like they mass produce these in order for tourists to come and eat at their fucking local 5-star restaurants. So even with the 19, you're not going to get very much on that. There isn't mention of local flora and fauna in the book.
Okay. Not even like I was out bird watching.
I was out bird.
I saw some great tits, nothing like that.
Oh, no.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah, that was definitely those little double entendre or something like that. But entendre. Let's just say the exports and imports is they're deep into the diamond trade, and also wood for ships is basically something that they're big on exporting. But as far as local food and restaurants, it doesn't really say, and it doesn't talk about anything about like birds and stuff like that, unfortunately. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. And then this point you get tired, your eyes are starting to blur, and you're getting to the point where you're looking to pass out.
What about the local reptile species?
Would you like to make a roll on the local reptile species?
Sure. It's probably all red dragons.
Go for it.
Or actually, I mean, if I get a good enough roll, can that include other dragons of note?
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh,
absolutely.
I got you, Brendan. Sirach, I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's going to be a
guidance.
Oh, thank you.
Guidance.
I was waiting for
guidance.
That,
Why the hell not? Go for it.
Yeah, okay. 22.
22. My goodness.
Fucking
Anything
right.
20 and over deserves some answers, damn it.
That's
Okay, so
reptiles.
let's say that there was originally a rivalry between earlier in the history of the Arlic dynasties, rivalry between red and green dragons. The green dragons were vanquished, the reds took control, And basically, ever since, for at least the last 100 years, there's been nothing but red dragons in and around Enosa and in the ruling family. There was a black dragon once that intermarried in the past, but that was only like an exception to the rule. Mostly red dragons.
Is there a name?
Is there a name? Okay. Give me 1 second.
Damn.
Maybe Theoden's girlfriend was previously married.
Or is already married to Theoden.
There is a name, but it's
I'll
not
never
Rexa.
tell.
What's the name?
Okay,
Don't worry,
the name
Dad.
is.
If it has nothing to do with Rex, then forget it. I don't need that.
That's what I'm saying. Like I can give you the name, but it
Alright.
doesn't have any reference to Rexa. I know where you're going with that one. You're wondering
Okay.
if it has any relation to Rexa. You'd only know Rexa as one name. If she has a surname, you don't know it. So,
I was just looking out for my boy Theoden. I don't want him.
that's
Me-
true. That's true.
Oh, I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
What else? You asked about. You do notice that there are turtles seem to be very popular in there. There's a mention of turtle species,
Yes.
Cooked turtles.
not cooked turtles, not as the delicacy,
Nah,
but that it seems like turtles are popular in and around the local jungle areas, in and around the city. There's for whatever, I guess maybe the person who wrote the chapter had an affection for turtles.
So turtles,
I like
turtle
turtles.
species or like turtle animals?
turtles.
Like turtle race.
There was well, the reason
Like
why it's brought
turtles
the reason
or-
why it's brought up is because one of the previous rulers before King Arlick had a fascination with turtles. So apparently when he reads into it, the chapters seem to be dedicated to the different types of turtles in and around Denosa, at the request of that particular ruler who liked turtles. When you get into it, you realize there's no real added importance to the turtles. It's just what seems to be like a request from one of the kings. I like turtles. Write about turtles.
Except
then-
now that there
He
are
must have
5
been one of
different
the
invasive.
inbred ones.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's now
Maybe he
5
was related
invasive
to
turtle
Steven.
species.
But that's about it. Unfortunately,
Okay.
there isn't. You can't really glean any
Steven
more
wants
information.
turtles.
I would suggest you hold on to the book, and maybe if you come up with another question, something different down the line, I will definitely allow an additional investigation roll down the line if there's something more specific that you want to ask.
Okay.
All right.
Actually, one last quick thing.
Go for it.
Did I ever see who the author was? Does it have an author?
The author is Elris Arlick II. ELRIS ARLIC II, Roman numeral 2.
Okay.
There's no mention in the book, like how sometimes they say an about the author. There's no about the author page, so you're not really sure who Elris Arlick is.
Is there a family line, like a genealogy?
Ooh, family tree. Yeah.
Family line, family tree. Make an investigation check for that, please. Sarah.
Okay. Will my warlock buddy help me out?
Guidance.
Guidance.
Thank you.
Do it.
Do it.
Another 22.
22. Yes, there is. There is a tree, and on one of the branches of an earlier line of royalty, Elris seems to be either like a second cousin or someone who basically got numbered out of the ascension to power. Like someone who either because of, it doesn't say why, maybe he had some sort of deficiency, maybe he had too many males on his side of the family and he was like the second or third or fourth born, but on one of the edges of one of the trees, on the family tree, the ancestry, he's there. So apparently he was royalty in some sense and he'd been given the responsibility to compile this stuff. But I guess maybe he just wasn't lucky enough. People had to die in order for him to become the king. And I guess not enough people died before he did. So, but other than that, there's still no about the author. So there isn't much about, someone would have had to write a separate book about Elris and you don't have that book.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It's probably basically going to be Harry Harrington's. It's basically the Enosis version of Harry, probably.
All right, enough book reading.
Book is over.
Sleepy time.
Sleepy time. So before next morning, one of you has a dream, and it's a familiar dream. A dream of crimson red fire and heat.
Uh-oh.
Under the ground, under the surface, in a dome of molten
let's see.
rock.
Who could it?
Out of the crimson fire comes what looks like a tiefling on steroids with massive black horns and fire billowing out of his face with huge black talons. And he rises up. He looks anywhere between 8 feet tall and 8,000 feet tall. He is Baylor, the Pack Lord.
Dun, dun,
But
dun.
it is not Pia who is having this dream. It is Sirach who is having this dream. Pia is sleeping restfully, unaware that
For once.
Sirach is kneeling before this pit of fire by himself. In fact, Sirach, you look around almost expecting to see the blue tiefling and you don't see him, and it's unnerving.
Yeah, where are you?
Buddy.
So he rises out and he says, Sirach, my lieutenant. Step forward into the lava.
Lieutenant, huh?
Oh.
Do you step forward into the lava?
I will walk slowly into the lava.
What
I
is
want
it
to test it
called?
with my toe first.
Toe, your toe melts off and you feel extreme pain.
Ah.
Do you continue?
Yeah, I just at this
Continue.
point, I just gotta commit.
Just commit to the bit. So 18d6 damage. Let's see if how much this
Don't
wipes
you
you
know
out
if you
of.
die in the dream, you die in real life?
It's very true. 1, 2, 3,
Yeah,
4,
it's true.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 times 2 is 18d6. So I'll roll these and times it by 2. 5, 10, 16, 22, 25, 26, 28, 29, 30, 34 times 2 is 78 or 68. 34 is 68. You take 68 points of fire/heat damage.
Okay.
Sirach, what does that drop you to?
72.
Well, the good news is it did not drop you to 0 because that's really let's face it, that's the big fear, but we don't know that. So anyway, you step forward. It is extremely painful. You feel this flesh around your calves melt off to the point where you feel like you're walking on bony stilts. You almost feel as you're going to fall forward. And then he catches you by your throat and brings you forward. And he's holding you up in the air where your sizzling feet are hanging, dripping lava into the pool. And he says, Sirach, you live because I gave you life, the gift of life. So you owe me. It is destiny that Pia will betray me. And when he does, you will strike him down and finish what he cannot. And should you decide not to do so, I will take away from you what I gave, the gift that I gave. And you feel your heart begin to like, and you start to sweat, and you feel like your chest is starting to kind of like an elephant is stepping on your chest, and pain is going down your left arm. And what say you, Lieutenant? What do you say?
Do I get to choose how I do it?
Of course, so long as you get the job done. And I will grant you powers should you be loyal to me, Sirach.
Like what?
This is not a negotiation, Sirach.
Just a hint. Just a hint. Little
want a hint?
demonstration. Yeah, hint.
want a hint?
Yeah.
You want me to show off?
Yeah.
He looks this way, he looks that way, realizes that there's nobody else in the cavern. All right. You know, finger of death?
Yeah.
I'll give you finger of death.
Wow.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Deal.
Yeah.
Now shut up.
All right.
All right. Good enough? Good enough.
Good enough.
All right.
It ain't no blade of disaster.
So what happens is at that moment he's holding you basically a couple of feet out of the lava. He lets go of your throat and you fall down into the lava and sizzle once again for another 18d6 of lava damage.
Crap. Now I die.
Let's see. 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Probably.
18, 20, 24, 28. 28 times 2 is 56. You take 56 points of fire damage. Are you at 0?
No.
Okay, so luckily you did not die in the dream. Would you were to die in the dream, you would have perhaps had to roll death saving throws because you would have had 0 points in real life.
No one would have been awake to.
No one would have been awake to survive you. Exactly right. To revive you. You wake up in a cold sweat. The damage that you saw done to your lower extremities is not real. It was just a dream.
Okay.
Or was it? Perhaps it was a conversation. You never know. Maybe it was your subconscious mind. Maybe it was
Check if you can
Baylor.
use
You'll
Finger
never
of
know.
Death on Baka.
Fuck you guys.
So you
I'm
take
gonna
a
go give
couple
him a
of
wet willy. Finger of death.
His head explodes.
the finger of green death. So do you upon the waking the next morning, Sirach, do you tell any of your comrades about the dream that you had?
Yeah, I'll kind of tell people.
Well, by all
I'm
means.
just gonna
Guess what
say,
dream
hey
I
guys,
had last night.
Baylor talked to me last night.
Pia gets all jealous.
Without me?
Yeah, I didn't want to say this, but he says I'm the best child.
Insight check.
You may make an insight check. And I want Sirach to roll a deception check, please.
All right.
Guidance and Sirach.
No guidance, no emotional guidance.
17.
17 insight. What did you get,
That
Sirach?
beats my 6.
Oh.
You rolled an 11?
No,
What-
6 total.
Oh, you had a 6 total. You can tell Pia that he's tongue in cheek. You can tell that he's being a little facetious. That he didn't say that.
He didn't say that. No.
He wouldn't do that.
How
to
was
me.
the lava?
Oh, it hurt. It hurt a lot.
Yeah, it sucked.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
What did he want though? Seriously, is he like threatening us to that we're not using the bowl?
He basically doesn't want you to bitch out.
Oh,
He thinks you're a little bitch.
Oh, all right. We'll see.
Do you roll an insight check for that one?
No, I'm just gonna let that go. Just gonna let it go because that one's
Roll
believable.
off my shoulder.
That's believable.
Yeah, Dad would think I'm a bitch.
He would. Oh, okay.
All right.
Well, then that means that you're gonna have to help me. So we're gonna have to get Hull's blood, yours and mine, and I won't bitch out. Look at that.
Good.
Isn't that
We could
beautiful?
totally sneak
Yeah.
into the castle and do that one day.
Here's the bowl. Go ahead.
we
Go nuts.
No, I mean we should wait though. I mean honestly, like
Mm.
I'm not going alone. Fuck that.
Yeah, no. I mean, we could go.
No. Let's just do go to Hona. We've been procrastinating that.
All right, we'll do that first, and then we'll go.
So it is, I would say, about 8 a.m. on the 26th. There's 4 days left until the new year, 8 a.m. It's snowing lightly outside when you emerge from the door, the now repaired door of the Laughing Habit, a tavern in Flitwick. How are you going? I got the map out. How are you guys going to get to Hona? This is probably the best question.
I'll
Could
call
we
an
just
Uber.
Teleport like near Vanwell. And
You
then just-
probably
then
could
go north?
teleport to whatever spot on the map you think that you've previously been to.
I
you
think
have
we were,
your-
we were above the desert actually, like above
Throw
that
a taxi?
the island desert at one point, right above it.
Who has the world map at their disposal?
I got it up.
I got it.
Okay, so we got 2 players who have it. So if you locate Hona on the map, it's kind of like borders the central. I'll actually show it for those of people that are watching. Hona is right here.
Chris, I
You
think
guys
we
have
traveled 3 squares underneath it.
yes, you did travel 3 squares underneath it. You also traveled here. You've been here.
All right.
You've been actually like Vanwell, like you mentioned. So there's a few different places that you've been before. Any places you've been before, Theoden's Helm of Teleportation can bring you again. So it's a question of, I guess, where you guys, including Theoden, want to go, like in order to shorten the trip.
Thank you for including me, Chris.
Well, you listen, you wear the helmet. You're the one that's got to remember the password,
That's what I'm
the
saying.
magical spell word.
Yeah.
Don't say it because you'll just all of a sudden start fucking
not.
Yeah.
flying through space and time.
Time.
Uh-huh.
That sounds cool though.
Yes.
Who wants to take a trip?
Through space and time.
I'm
Why
down.
don't we just go to I don't know, 3 squares underneath it,
I'd say 1. Why would we go 3?
because we haven't been 1. We've only been 3.
Oh.
Well, let's see. You've definitely been on the edge of the desert north of that lake. You know that lake that has the island in the center? And in
Yeah.
that island in the center, if you remember, there was a kind of like a teleportation device that looks like a compass. Do you remember that island that actually got hit with lava coincidentally? You were north of that island. You were at the number 3. You were at Vanwell. You cut across Vanwell. So I mean,
Yeah,
really,
but
again,
that's closer to Manwell.
Vanwell, just to let you know, Vanwell's controlled by the Order of the Gauntlet, and the only memories you have of Vanwell is that magic is prohibited inside the city limits.
And they don't like us.
And well, they didn't exactly enjoy your presence.
Oh,
No, not
After
even a
Honeck-
little bit.
after Hona, can we go assassinate Luigi?
I was just gonna do that during the war, but sure. Fuck him.
It's D&D. You guys can do what you want. So where exactly would you? Where are you suggesting, Baka, that Theoden drop you guys off?
3 squares directly south of Hona.
Are you cool with that, Theoden? Do you have
Well,
your
like,
own map?
we
Theoden,
kind of
or
need
no?
we kind of need
No, I
an
don't have a map,
exact
but-
location.
Well,
Like,
I mean,
it's
if
a
you guys
general
talk it
location.
out and you make it like, for instance, Baka, if you basically try to role play it, where like, do you remember this spot that we both blah blah blah? You know, I'll let you get away.
You know,
with it.
we took that piss together and we were just chatting about the Yankees and
Yeah,
I
that
remember that.
doesn't qualify as role play, but okay.
Definitely don't port in there though.
Like if we're playing
because-
like a 21st century like crime drama RPG, that's fine, but I don't quite think it
Oh,
quite
it's-
fits this one.
it's the Vanwell Yankees. Don't you know them?
Yeah, maybe next campaign, not this one.
Next campaign.
The soccer team.
So what do you do, Theoden? What do you do?
Theoden, don't say the words yet. I gotta go do something real quick.
Uh-oh. Dun, 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 dun.
By all
So
means,
so what
I gotta
does
go see
Siraka?
Percy.
I'll wait to wipe
Ah.
my.
Yeah, I
Well,
gotta
go
hold
to
that.
Percy.
Well,
I'm gonna
hold
go to the
that
potion
thought,
shop,
Theoden. Hold that thought. So it is 8 o'clock in the
Hold that
morning.
word.
The plan is to use the helmet teleportation to get as close to Hona as possible. But last minute little shopping expeditions. Let's go. Sirach at 8 o'clock in the morning heads over to Percy's firearms shop. The door is unlocked. You open it. Ding, 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 ding. He's at his perch. He's basically reading his morning, what looks like the equivalent of a morning newspaper, drinking coffee. He's happy to see you. What would you like to do?
Good morning, Percy.
Yes, I'm so glad. I'm meeting with the individuals and representatives of the Harpers this afternoon. I need an answer. Are you in or are we out?
I think we have a deal, sir.
He shakes your hand in that special kind of like this, not like this, but like this to denote like
Spartans.
Vikings. Yes,
The
and he
special
says
shake your
you will.
hand,
He says you will not regret this. You will be we will both be very, very rich men, Percy says to you. And he smiles, and it's a genuine smile, even without the benefit of an insight check. He says, I will, if necessary, if there are any hiccups in our business dealings, any information you need to know, I will hire a rider for the Griffin Express and send message to you. Any word on what direction you're heading in the near future, just in case I need to get in touch with you?
We have some business in the south towards
south.
Hona.
Got you.
Yes.
Okay, so in the event that well, there are mages that can scry that work for the Griffin Express that can basically locate you, but that's an expensive measure. I would rather just use the traditional way. But in any event, if it's
But
necessary,
you're gonna
to
be
get word
rich.
to
Why does it matter?
well,
Well, I'm not there.
You're
I'm
not there, Pia.
Not there, Pia.
Yeah, I'm
Not there, Theoden.
in any event, he
I
seems
can tell
very
him I
happy.
can use sending Sirach on your behalf if you like. It's level two
Well, I
spell.
mean,
I'd never use it.
later on if we need to. Yeah.
There you go. So you've made the decision to go through with the business dealings, and he looks very happy, and he says he doesn't need anything else from you. He will use the first 10,000 gold pieces of profits to reinvest in factories and manufacturing in order to put a rifle in the arms of every Harper soldier across the land. The deal is struck. So who do I go to next to? Next was Baka wanted to
Oh,
get some
yeah.
potions.
Yeah, potions. I'm looking
Easy
for, like,
enough. Let's see. The problem with going to potions, you know what? I'll let you do it because there's no magic shop, but you shouldn't have a problem finding an herbalist in Friendpool. Why the hell not? You go down by the docks. There is basically a shack.
I do have a map of Flitwick. Just
Map of Flitwick. You find a shack with an old woman who sells elixirs and potions and poultices, and she promises to get rid of like colds and stuff. And she says that she's got some very powerful mixtures that can heal battle wounds quicker than the best magic potions available. Would you like
Cool.
to try one?
I don't need to try one at the moment, but I would like to buy some and other potions.
She says that I will. My store is open for business. What are you looking for, Baka? Anything? What we'll do is easy like this. You'll ask for it. We'll do an investigation check. If you hit the DC, then it's available.
Okay.
If it's a higher level potion, the DC will be higher. We'll do it that way.
Yeah, I'm looking for best potions of healing you have. Oil of sharpness.
Well, let's go one at a time. So
Okay.
you're looking for best potions of healing you have. Make a investigation roll for potions. And in my head, I've got the DC, so you let me know how high you get.
Yeah, investigation. Oh, 19.
Well, I was looking for a dirty 20 for the middle potion. You go with the 19, so basically she has a heavy supply of the standard health potions. I know that you're not interested in the standard ones, but that's basically
Not
all
really.
she has, unfortunately.
All right, I'm good with that.
Oof.
Sorry about that.
So I'm gonna look for the potion of the oil of sharpness.
Oil of sharpness, by all means, give me an investigation check. She goes in the back, she rustles around. She's looking for something similar to that. Even if she doesn't have that, she can
Investigation.
whip something up. Investigation.
Yeah, it's 21.
21. She says, yes, I do have an oil of sharpness. Let me look up.
Really?
She
I
has
thought DC was
one
gonna be higher.
potion, oil of sharpness. Let's see what then I'm just gonna use my trusty electronic device, oil of sharpness. I have no idea what an oil of sharpness in 5e should cost. Beauty of the internet and Google. Oil of sharpness. Let's see. Make a persuasion check for me, please. I'd rather leave it into your hands, Baka. Persuasion?
As I
Good guy for reliable talent, I'm sure. 17.
17. It is 17. She wants 3,500 gold for the oil of sharpness.
Whoa.
She says it's the only one.
Oh,
She's
that's
the
a
only
lot.
one she has. She does not know how to make it. A rival, she had it stolen from a rival. It's the only one she has. She was holding on to it in order to analyze it, in order to figure out how to make more. So
Yeah, you know what?
she wants to hold on to it.
I'll how about this? 3,300, all in platinum.
330 platinum. She'll take it.
Is that the right amount?
Yep,
Yes.
3,300 is
Yeah, 330.
330 platinum.
Yeah,
She'll
okay.
absolutely take it. To
Okay.
deal with less coins and get 330 platinum for a potion, she'll do it. So by all means.
Okay.
What's the next thing you're looking for?
It's a potion of heroism.
Potion of heroism. Make an investigation check, please.
Oh God. Ugh. So that's 16.
Does not have it.
Okay. And then I need a potion of speed.
Potion of speed. Investigation check, please.
Let's go. 18.
Does not have it. Sorry.
Come on, that was gonna get that one for
Sorry.
Sirac. Oh.
She has a lot of like nicky knacky bullshit that isn't even magical stuff that you rub on to get rid of eczema and like a lot of bullshit that like would help like a commoner, but the stuff you're looking for, she's only got a very, very small supply of the elite stuff. Is that it?
No, just one more thing.
One more, go for it.
It's potion of resistance for necrotic.
Okay, make a investigation check.
Oh boy. Yes. Hey. 24. Sorry.
A 24. You needed a 23. She has it.
The fuck. Okay.
So let me see. So it's a potion of what's it called?
Necrotic resistance. It's just yeah, it's
Necrotic resistance.
it's just
5
it's an
across.
uncommon potion. It says gain resistance to one type of damage per hour.
How much
and
is
then-
a potion?
yeah.
I'm surprised it doesn't just give me the. Okay, I got just clicking it to see what they say on the internet is a fair price for such an item.
Yeah. So,
All right, so it's
Brandon,
actually not as expensive as the other one. Give me a persuasion check, and I'll give you a base price based on your persuasion check.
reliable town again. 17.
17. She wants 500 gold pieces.
Done.
So okay, so 500 gold pieces, and you have a potion of resistance to necrotic damage.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else?
No, I don't think so.
All right, you pretty much wiped her out anyway. So
Sounds good.
we are back. Let's say it's 10 a.m. On the 26th, 4 days to the new year, 258. 10 a.m. The plan is for Theoden to take the group with the animals. Your horses are actually in the stables where? Who remembers?
Nosa probably.
In Osa, yes, exactly. So your horses are actually thousands of miles away, but they're being taken care of in a stable in the city of Enosa. So the point is that wherever you take yourself, you're gonna have to walk and not ride.
I think we should
So-
grab our horses and then teleport there. Honestly. It will only use 2 teleports doing that, so we'll still have the one extra.
True.
Make an intelligence check, Baka. Just a quick intelligence check.
Guidance. She's gonna need it.
Oh, God, you're right. I'm gonna need that. I don't think it's gonna help though.
Wait,
7.
Just a 7 doesn't occur to you. You think that's a brilliant plan.
I
It
don't
is a
think we
brilliant
can
plan.
teleport the horses, if I remember.
Oh, you're right. Fuck.
7 just magically turned into a 17.
And
There's a certain number of creatures that can be teleported at once. Once you take into account the animals, you can't fit the horses. It's basically 8 maximum. So you got 5 of you, including Harry, plus the 3 large, the two, 1 dog and 2 cats.
and speaking of low intelligence, maybe I forgot. Well, I know I forgot. Where's the car?
the car has been
We left
abandoned.
that in the
Oh, yeah, we
snow.
You
abandoned
left
it.
it in the snow.
God,
There was blizzarding,
right.
and you guys decided to just not bother with it anymore.
That's right.
You left
was
Sylvia
short-lived. It
Cobblesnot's
was
creation out in the fucking snow to be found
Yeah.
probably in the spring when the snow melts.
That was a great day.
Yeah, that was your choice.
Yeah, I just didn't remember.
So
Just
where
wipe it
where is
completely out of your
Theoden?
memory.
Where is Theoden taking the group?
Right at that square.
So what is the special word?
Yeah, Thaden, can you pass me the?
Duck butter.
There it is.
Boom, 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 boom. Through time and space, through a porthole of darkness, you feel your insides outside your body for a fraction of a second before returning to your body again. And Pia, make another Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh dear God.
What'd you roll?
A 2.
Dude, I got bad news for you. Because you drank that awful concoction before and your stomach was really doing loop-de-loops this whole time,
Did I
Okay.
shit myself?
you basically sharded yourself a little bit. You're gonna have to find a bathroom or like a chamber pot or
Yo,
something.
you guys smell that?
Yeah, it's just bad. It's bad.
Hey,
Your stomach
Dan.
hasn't been
Oh,
good since
My bad.
Yeah,
you
Thaden,
were
need another shower.
you were just at the point where you slept
Oh,
on
it'll
it.
pass. Your nose will get used to it.
It's time for Thaden's yearly bath.
Yeah, exactly. So, but in any event, it doesn't cause you any hit point damage. So it's not the only thing it hurts is maybe your ego damage. That's about it. But you're fine otherwise. So you make your way you are now north of the desert that is south of the city of Hona. Unfortunately, you were on foot. So it will take twice as long to travel from on foot over the north to Hona. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It'll take a minimum of 6 days. Who is leading the charge using the map and the sun? Who is doing the survival checks?
I'll fly in the air and like,
Well, then if you're flying in the air, Baka, you're giving advantage to whoever it is doing the check because
Alright,
you're
sure,
giving an aerial view.
sure, Sirach and
Sirach?
Yep.
So, Sirach, you roll survival with advantage to see if you can chart a course that doesn't get you lost.
Yikes.
Uh-oh.
16.
Well, you do have advantage, though.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Well, let's just say
I got a
that
7 and an 8.
you expected it to take you 6 days to make the travel on foot, but it actually took you 7 days. Yeah, unfortunately, but
You
it was a
failed
little
us.
further away than you thought. You might have got turned around once or twice, but you eventually get there. So the 7 days, actually, you missed the celebration that took place in most of the major cities at the turn of the new year, 258, because it is now the first month, third day, 258. It was basically just a lot of drinking and a lot of sex that you guys missed. Not a big deal.
Yeah.
I was promised 6 days, Sirach.
Chris, while we were on our travels, I'd like to keep reading to Torah, the
Torah.
war books and the general and like strategy books and shit like that.
Gotcha. Could you do me a favor, Baka? Just give me another one of those animal handling checks.
Guidance?
Sure. Why not?
It's 19.
19. Now, does the 19 include the +4?
Yeah.
What's the breakdown? Just so I know.
Well, that was a 10, which is my base.
Mm.
Plus my modifier is 7 plus
Gotcha.
2.
+2. Got it. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So third day of the month, you are basically okay. So let's figure it's about midday, noon on the third day of the new year. You had to deal with, and also another reason why it took an extra days, you had to deal with some snowfall being the first month of the year in the middle of the winter. Sometimes you had to trudge through some light snow. So it's a pain in the ass. It's been a cold, long walk, 6 days plus out in the wilderness, but you find yourself on the edge of the city. When you get within a few hundred feet of the walls of the city, you notice that this has been the scene of recent combat. There are holes in the walls. There are trebuchets and ballista outside the walls that are basically not manned. Some of them have been destroyed. Some of them have just been left there. Everybody make a perception check.
Perception.
Guidance for the group?
Nah, just because you're also percepting yourself. You're too busy.
Oh,
to do
I got a
guidance.
22 anyway.
Oh, good. That's a good roll.
17.
I got a 19.
Don't be
Good
jealous.
rolls. Good rolls.
16.
Okay, so I would say 16 and up is definitely enough for all of you. So what you notice from the distance is that it doesn't look like there's any supply line at all. Usually with major cities, you expect to see some sort of like cart and wagon supply line of people waiting to get in and out of the city. You see no one online to the front gate. Front gate's in the distance. It is currently closed. You look up at the guard tower. There is someone in the guard tower, but again, you're far away. You can't really get a fixture on that. With the 22 on Pia, you do notice the banner of the Harper family hanging outside the castle, and there's a flag above the guard tower denoting that the Harpers control the city. With that 22, you notice to your right, along the perimeter of the wall, about maybe half a mile around the side, there seems to be like a little bit of a shanty town that has been built on the side of the wall outside, like a series of like tents and a series of like just really haphazardly put up like little shanty houses is the best way I could describe it. Maybe temporary stuff that ended up being a little bit less temporary than they originally intended. So that's what you guys see. What would you guys like to do? It's midday, sun is high in the sky.
This place is a wreck.
That is a good impression. It definitely feels like it's a wreck.
You want to go check it out?
Should we approach in
Yeah.
stealth or should we just go in?
I don't know. The Harpers don't hate us. Well,
This is an Order of the Gauntlet city, isn't it?
but it's controlled
Was.
by the Harper.
Uh,
So it's safer now than it really was. If you think about it.
yeah, I don't know. I'll follow your lead.
I'm going for it.
What
Solid,
is going
solid.
for it mean? What are you doing?
I'm just gonna walk up.
So you walk up, you're not met with arrows or harsh stares, but there is a person, a human soldier wearing the colors of the Harper's organization at the top. And he basically says to you, no admittance into the city. The gate is closed till further notice.
Why?
No, for the time being, no in and out of the city. We will reopen soon. Consider the city under construction.
Well, where can I go to get something to eat?
Not my problem.
Wow.
We are friends with Priscilla Harper. Perhaps you've heard of us, natural ones.
Haha, sure you are. Baka, make a persuasion check at disadvantage.
Guidance. Fuck that.
Well, how are you guiding him? How?
I don't know. I'm gonna point my
Yeah,
finger
you
at
know
him
what?
and
You know what?
use
Yeah.
magic.
Absolutely, you can give guidance.
He's a little too guidance happy.
Why not? Why not?
I am guidance.
Oh, why not? Why not?
Hey,
Guidance
I
is a
can use
fun.
it whenever
It's a
you can.
fun. It's a fun cantrip.
Oh, I get it.
It really is.
Yeah.
It's persuasion.
It's persuasion, but at a disadvantage because he seems to be. There may be orders that basically he's not allowed to let anybody in, no matter what you say. So that's
Well,
why it's a disadvantage.
Reliable talent trumps disadvantage. So.
Oh, sure.
I got a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Not enough.
What?
He basically says, haha, sure you do. Everybody knows Priscilla Harper.
Also know your mom, bitch.
Take that back.
So does the whole town.
We'll take it back when you let us in.
Go away.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna walk away.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try to like sneakily send my owl into the city.
Okay. Easy
How
enough.
about we
You
make
have
a Trojan horse? No.
How about we catapult ourselves across?
you have a fey creature, a familiar in the shape of an owl. So you're going to do the eyes and ears thing of the owl temporarily? Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
So
Can I just
make a
fly over the wall where I'd see a gap in like guards.
I guess you probably could. Let me do the owl first, but let's just say that you're formulating this idea as the owl makes its way over. But I'll definitely let you do.
It's not really
let's
much
say,
of an idea. It's more instinct.
let's say the owl has a really poor perception check, in which case it definitely will help that Baka goes over the wall. So Pia, give me a perception check on the basis of the owl stats.
Okay. Ooh, 16.
16. All right. With a 16, you notice it's broad daylight. Sun is high in the sky. It's not like it's in the nighttime. So 16 should get you some good stuff. All right. It seems like every other building is destroyed.
Every other
building. It's it's almost as if this was a city that was laid to waste. There are people in the process of trying to put their lives back together. It looks like just like the bombing raids of like Europe in like World War II. Lots of rubble, houses in shambles, people walking through the streets, basically got mud on themselves, no ways to clean themselves up. People kind of look like they're a little shell-shocked as they walk through the streets. That's the general impression you get with a 16 as it flies over. As far as anything of note other than that, there are people in the city walking to and from, trying to live their lives, but they look a little shell-shocked. And the city looks like it's in shambles. You do notice more flags and banners denoting that the Harpers control. That you don't see any Order of the Gauntlet flags.
Wait, are we friendly with Harpers or Emerald Enclave?
We're friendly with both, but the Harpers, we just don't like Luigi. Everybody else is fine.
Yeah, you definitely are friends with the Emerald Enclave. That's
okay,
for sure.
that's what I was thinking. Okay.
Yeah, big time.
Because you rescued both Talia, the niece, Al-Ansari, and then you also recently rescued Piper Alzando, who's basically the quote unquote queen of the whole faction. So yeah, you're in really good good standing with not with the Harpers, with the Emerald Enclave.
Yeah, with the Harpers, we're kind of awkwardly. It's like it depends on who you ask.
Yeah, that's a good description because you seem to get along well with Priscilla the last time you talked to her. But then again, there was a point where Priscilla believed that you maybe might have tried to poison her and you haven't seen her since. And Luigi basically tried to sick his guards on you and blame you for it. So Luigi wanted you to poison his brother Mario, but Priscilla drank the poison instead accidentally. And he basically took it as an opportunity to point the finger at you. So you don't know what has been said between brothers and sisters, and you haven't spoken to Priscilla since. So
that was a horrible day.
That was a horrible day, and it was a long time ago. So
everything that could have possibly went wrong.
I rolled that natural 20,
but it was fun.
The cups or
for
putting
you
poison in the cup. It was nice.
D&D is fun when unexpected things happen.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that at all.
Yeah. So that's what you get from the owl. He flutters back and lands on your shoulder.
Okay.
How do we get in?
It's a good question. So Baka, are you floating up and around
Yeah.
in
why
broad
not?
daylight?
I mean, I'll do more like a spider climb fly.
All right. So I don't want to neuter you. So I
Thank
have
you.
to say disadvantage, but disadvantage for you is probably gonna be a success anyway, but go for it. Give me a
Stealth?
stealth check at disadvantage because you're doing the spider climb attempt up the wall.
Spider.
Has only I got a new modifier for it now. Only a 29.
29. Let's just say that even with disadvantage in broad daylight, you're so good at sneaking that the guards in the guard tower do not see you up and over the wall.
It's plus
So
19 now, by the way.
Plus 19. Ladies and gentlemen, we didn't mention it before, but this is a level 19 Dungeons and Dragons campaign. So we're going to rock it level 19 until we get to the episode right before the end. And then for that last episode, we will level to level 20. But we have 40, this for episode number 41. We were playing for about 25, 30 episodes before we were online. So it's basically almost 2 years. So I think that's a good
September
amount of time.
2019.
Yeah, pretty cool. So anyway, let's so you're up, basically you guys see him go up and over the side of the wall. The guards, Harper's guards in the tower do not see Baka do that. So Baka, you're up over the top of the wall. What'd you like to do?
I'm just gonna walk through the town, see what's going on.
Make a perception check.
17.
17. With the 17, you honestly don't learn much more than the owl already told Pia. It's just, it looks like it's the scene of combat. The trebuchets and the ballistas from the outside obviously must have peppered the buildings on the inside with like large stones and boulders knocking over buildings. There's every other building in this place is basically in a shambles. It looks like the scene of a bombing raid in like World War II.
Can I look for?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Can I look for a guard?
Sure, you can. Absolutely. Make it just an investigation check for a guard, please.
It's over 20.
Oh yeah. So you easily find a Harper's guard standing at a corner somewhere. Basically looks like he looks like a young guy. He honestly looks a little bit like a rookie. He looks a little green behind the ears. What would you like to do?
Good day, soldier. I'm looking for whoever's in charge of this operation.
What operation?
In charge of the war.
There is no battle. The battle already happened. It's over.
I know, but
We
I'm
won.
looking for who led the battle. There are refugees about and they need supplies.
I don't know what to do.
Well, who's in charge? Who's the top?
Well, tomorrow morning, there's going to be a new lawmaster put into place, Lawmaster Duncan. There's going to be he's going to be in the plaza. There's going to be you notice obviously that this guy
Duncan
is not really
Friendpool?
Yes, this is he's going to be the new lawmaster and they're going to, it's basically going to be the announcement of the new rulership over the town, and it's going to be cause for great celebration.
But I thought the Harpers took over. Why would they install someone from the Order of the Gauntlet?
Wait a minute. Wait, I don't understand what you mean. Gnome, what do you mean?
Wasn't it the Harper army that came here?
Yeah, the Duncan, if I don't know what are we gonna play or the DM?
Yeah, player to DM, please.
Okay.
I'm confused now.
So now, Duncan, if you go back to Flitwick to the beginning, there was Lawmaster Carwin, and working underneath.
Oh, I thought he was from Friendpool. Duncan was from Friendpool.
No, Duncan was from Flitwick originally.
Oh, okay, never mind.
There were two dudes. There were two dudes on the side of Priscilla. Had basically two bodyguards. One of them was Hemsworth, who kind of looked a lot like Chris Hemsworth back in the day.
He's dead, right?
And yeah, he's dead. And the other one looks like Michael Duncan Clark,
Not Chris
the actor.
Hemsworth, the other guy.
Well, yeah, Chris Hemsworth, ladies and gentlemen, he's just fine. No,
Still
don't.
alive.
It's okay. He's fine. Let's not start any online rumors. He's okay. So, The other guy is named Duncan. He's basically like this
Oh.
really super muscular black guy with bald head. Michael Duncan Clark was an actor that passed away recently. He was in The Green Mile and a few other movies back in the turn of the
Yeah,
century.
I think I know what
him.
you're talking about.
So the only thing that you remember, some of you, it's been a long time, and you guys would remember
The
it
guy
if
from
the
Daredevil.
players don't. A Zentarum spy actually broke and shattered the hand of Duncan during an interrogation in the very beginning of the campaign. I don't know if you guys remember that. It was a long time ago. But the point is Duncan has a very messed up hand. But in any
Okay.
event, so that's what you find out, that there's going to be some sort of a ceremony of outward display of force, celebration. You're not really sure. He's young, this particular guard. He doesn't know very much. He also has a stuttering problem. He just seems really green behind the ears.
Yeah.
They just put him on this corner. The thing is, they put him on this corner because they assumed that no one would get into trouble in this corner. It's like one of those that they just stay there, don't get into trouble. You can just tell
Okay.
right off the bat.
Well, cheers, mate. I'm gonna pass him a gold.
I'm fine. I get paid. I don't need your charity.
Sure, kid. Sure. I'm just gonna walk away.
Okay, no
okay.
problem.
So I'm gonna use the earring and let
Done.
the team know what's going down
Cool.
and
So
that they should get their asses inside.
guys, get your asses inside.
Oh, I'm coming.
Okay.
I'm coming.
Don't
Yeah,
embarrass
well,
me, guys. Don't get
so
caught.
So
okay?
how exactly would you guys like to do that?
I could open up a dimension door.
You can only get one through though.
Oh yeah, shit.
Yeah, because you've got 3 large animals and 5 people to
We
actually
could-
4 people. 3.
Everybody
just
just
kill-
gather around me. Let's go.
Oh
Pass
yeah.
without a trace.
Okay.
Pass with that.
You're gonna
Yeah,
walk through
but
the front door.
I agree.
in the
Pass
middle of
without
the
a trace,
day?
but here's the problem.
Yeah,
The problem
sneak.
is that pass without a
Yeah,
trace is
sneak.
awesome,
Yeah.
but you have to find an entryway. In other words, the gate was closed, so there was no way to actually access the front gate. You have to find, I guess, some sort of open, passageway. So- Would you guys like to do that?
Well, if you can't find one, we can make one.
Make one.
I-
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
I mean,
It's always a possibility.
Shaboom!
All right. Before that, I'm gonna.
I could make
Cool.
lots of them.
I don't know what to do. We could just. You know what? I'm gonna try to go to the gate where they were waiting outside of,
Mm.
and what do I see?
So when you go to the gate, you notice that there is a ladder that leads up on the inside of the gate. There's a ladder that leads up to that tower. From your perspective, there is a soldier on the inside of the gate standing in front of, there are 2 soldiers, one standing in front of the ladder heading up to the tower, one in the tower, one at the base of the stairs, the ladder. On the other side, there are 2 soldiers in front of the
Gosh,
wheel.
too many guards.
Yeah, this is a total of 4 guards at the moment that you see. If you turn around and make a perception check, I'll tell you if you see any more guards besides that.
Sure.
Make a perception check.
30-20.
30-20. You notice that at the end of the street, as the plaza opens up, there are several more guards within eyeshot. So it's not just those 4 that you would have to deal with. You'd have to deal with more than 4.
Okay. I'm gonna pass along my findings to the team.
Through the earpieces,
Through the earpiece.
absolutely. So
Um,
what would you guys like to do?
Hmm.
I have an idea. Give me 1 second.
wait, I have an idea myself. I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna grab Dayton underneath the arms and lift him up in the air.
You mean you're going to fly back over?
I'm gonna fly back over and then
make
grab
a
Dayton.
make a stealth check once again to see, make sure
Disadvantage.
that you are not noticed by the guards.
Does a 30-30 work?
A dirty 30 does work. They do not notice you. So you make your way over to the other side. You have rejoined the group. So now you're with Dayton. What would you like to do?
Dayton, come with me. I'm gonna lift him up
Make a
You're gonna
strength
listen
check at
straight up.
disadvantage.
straight up.
Guidance.
Strength check, disadvantage with guidance.
Okay. Well, I might do this. No disadvantage or disadvantage?
Disadvantage.
Okay. I'm
He's
still
wearing
good.
full suit of armor, and
I
he's
got,
bigger than you.
I got a 17.
A 17. It's a precarious. Theoden, you do not feel safe, but he does lift you up off the ground.
I just want to get him like I want to get his head above the above the wall so he can see, and then we can just use his helmet teleportation to teleport in.
Oh, I see what you mean. You want him to see a spot inside.
We
Yes.
could do
Got
that.
you. All right. So here's the problem.
That's not a bad idea.
You did not say that you wanted to walk away from the gate, like 1,000 feet out of sight of the front gate. The guards, like you are really good at stealth, and you can hide yourself spider climbing up the wall.
Not so
But
much.
there's
with
no
Theoden.
way that you can stealth carrying a 250-pound dwarf, basically with armor, and lift him up.
248.
248, lifting up. You know, it's up to the top. They're going to see you. So
Okay.
I'm
so
going to
they
make.
saw us.
Hold on. So I got news for you though. Well, actually, I rolled for the 2 guards, and they both basically, one must have been basically sleeping, and the other was looking in another direction. Believe it or not, based on these low rolls, you know, you should have been seen, but you weren't. In broad daylight, you lifted this massive, you know, heavy set dwarf up
That's
to
how
where you.
it's done,
So
baby.
make a perception check, Theoden, for what you can see.
Where'd my dice go?
Perception?
What's up, John? 18.
With an 18, with the quick glance, because he's got to drop you back down for 2 reasons. 1, he's afraid he's going to get seen by the soldiers. 2, you're really fucking heavy. So he holds you up for like 2 seconds. And in those 2 seconds, you notice 3 things. One thing, you notice an empty plaza.
Oh.
Surrounded by guards. Next thing you notice is a broken building and a second floor that is exposed to the elements. 3,
Okay.
you notice a dark alley, but in that dark alley, you notice some sort of weird transaction going on right now. So those are the 3 places that you recognize before he's got to bring you back down.
I don't bring him back down. I drop him.
Oh shit. You drop him. I want you to make a
He's a little-
dexterity saving throw, Theoden. Dexterity saving throw.
Just a tad too heavy.
Nat 1.
Nat 1, you went for the superhero landing, the 3-point stance landing, and you unfortunately it didn't
my
go so
pants.
well. You took 10 points of bludgeoning damage. You fell 20 feet and landed right on your wrist. 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
I was hoping you kind of do a belly flop on the ground.
You were trying to make it look cool and didn't quite work out. So yes, but
Never
the good
does.
news is Theoden has seen the inside of the.
All right, so where I'm going to teleport us is I hear me out, but I think we should teleport inside that broken building,
Yeah, sounds good.
So
like behind a wall.
Yeah.
So what is the password?
Duck butter.
Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so now, if I'm not mistaken, that is the second of your 3 charges.
Oh, that's the first of the day. We spent 7 days traveling.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. Thank you so much for keeping me straight and narrow. Perfect. So that is the first of 3 days. That is the first one. So you have 2 more charges left. Pardon me. You travel for 7 days. It's definitely have.
Yeah, we could have
do me a
grabbed
favor,
our-
Pia, do me a favor.
Yeah.
Make a perception check for me, please.
Oh dear.
Let me know what you get.
Oh dear.
I
God.
got a. Oh wow.
Wow.
14.
14. Whatever it was, you didn't notice it. It's nothing major. So anyway,
That means
let's continue.
Helen's in
So
there.
you find yourselves at the spot where Theoden saw. You are literally in the second floor landing of a building that feels like it's going to crumble under the weight of all 8 of you. But it has not yet. You see stairs leading down. No one, you can
let's go
see
downstairs.
basically. So you head downstairs. You are in the basement of this building. The building appears empty because of the damage that is. But you're inside the city. What would you guys like to do? It is, I would say, about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. About an hour
So,
has passed since you got
We're
here.
looking for who again?
1 p.m.
I forgot.
You're looking for a guy named Reed Underbow, who is part of a faction called the Dawn Guard. And the Dawn Guard has aligned themselves with the Zentarum and with Prince Ryan. And basically, he came here to try to broker some kind of peace deal with the Order of the Gauntlet. But by the time he got here, obviously, the Order of the Gauntlet was no longer in control. So They
I'm
haven't
going
heard
to take
from
a
him since.
wild guess. Is there a prison anywhere around here? Or like cells or
that's a good guess.
anything?
It's a good guess. Good
There's a
thought.
good chance he would be in there if he is here.
So would you guys like to leave this broken building and start wandering the streets in order to make a
I
investigation?
mean, I
check
can
to find-
levitate invisible, so
I'm gonna walk up to a guard.
float around and maybe find him. Maybe.
Okay, so
gonna-
Pia, you're thinking of making yourself invisible and floating around.
Yeah,
Okay,
that sounds
so
like
cool.
a waste of time, honestly.
But that's your plan. Have you told anybody? You're just invisible and just going off on your own.
Yeah,
What are you doing?
yeah. I'm just gonna tell them and get ready to go.
Okay, so Baka, you sound like you have a voice of.
Sound
Yeah,
cranky.
I'm just gonna walk to a guard and be like, "Yo, my brother is in jail. Do you know where I can pick him up?
Make a
He's supposed to be
persuasion
released
check.
today."
Make a persuasion
What?
check. No,
I'm
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Not persuasion. Not persuasion.
Deception?
Make a deception check.
Okay.
Pardon me.
All right. Well, 17, reliable talent.
17. He looks at you, looks down at you with those condescending, cocky eyes that sometimes law enforcement agents have, and points to a large building beyond in the distance that was saved the some of the damage that was taken. It looks like some kind of large administration building. It's
I'm gonna say
That
thank you,
one.
sir, and bow my head like this and give him a silver.
I don't want your money. I have a salary.
This is becoming a problem. I can't bribe anyone.
Or you could just go with my idea, but no.
Well,
it's
I just found the
okay.
building.
It's
I don't
a
need to go
waste of
looking around
time.
invisible, like-
Well,
All right.
Pia, do me a favor. Are you still going to make yourself invisible and kind of hover along with the group, or
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
and I'll
So
just-
you are invisible, okay? And I would like Pia to make a perception check, please.
And finally, Jesus. All right, 17.
17. Now hold that thought for a second. Just hold that 17. I will let you know what happens. Now, what is the rest of the group doing? What are you guys doing? You saw Baka step out from the building, and within your line of vision, you notice him talk to a Harper guard, which is stationed on the corner. The rest of you are inside the building along with Harry and the other three animals, kind of looking out the doorway to see what happens. Baka seems to be having a conversation with this guy. What are the rest of you guys doing? Pia disappears.
Sirach will just casually walk out of the building and down the road.
Okay. What are you doing,
not a
David?
I'm
Damn
behind
thing
him.
wrong.
I'm behind him. I'm
So
behind him.
Théoden,
sunset.
Gotta
Sirach.
walk like you own it. You know?
So Sirach's gonna walk
I
like he
did
owns it.
this.
Théoden is gonna do that too. Harry is gonna follow. The two cats and the dog follows, and the whole herd, the whole menagerie follows out the door like they did, like they mean it. Are you guys gonna walk in the direction of Baka or?
Hey, why didn't we pick up the birds when we were like traveling? We could have used the teleport in one of those random days. Picked up the birds.
Yes.
Just a random thought.
Random thought.
Hmm.
So when you guys all
yeah.
walk outside, the guard that Baka is talking to stops everyone but Pia, because Pia's invisible, everybody else is seen, and goes, well, hold. There's a loud whistle. A loud
You
whistle.
whistle just like that.
No, not like that. I can't whistle, guys. That's the best representation of a whistle. Whatever. And he
Yeah,
basically
okay.
whistles to a series of guards around the corner that start walking in the direction.
Do I
There's about-
see this?
You see it, but you are invisible, and they obviously do not see you. It seems like the group of them emerging from that building in broad daylight in his town that's supposed to be locked down might have attracted some attention.
Yeah, go throw a
Ooh.
fireball, throw him off guard.
So
Oh yeah, I guess you guys are gonna find jail after all.
So basically the guard that was
I'm just gonna
paying
go in-
attention to Baka goes, he disregards the mohawk on the gnome, and
I'm gonna
basically
cast
walks
a
over.
mage hand, and
Mage-
I'm gonna like start tickling the guard.
Tickling duck butter.
Make a performance check, Pia. Performance to see if it's a successful tickle.
I don't do that a lot. Performance check. Oh, my performance is pretty good. What is it? 18. Yeah.
Okay.
Performance is that. Oh no, I lied. Oh yeah, no, it is a +8. Okay, we're good. Sorry.
Right.
Yes.
So you notice the guard seems to be distracted by something that he can't see, and he's like knocking away something as he's trying to head over to. He's just, what the.
I'm gonna start walking away in a hurried pace.
Okay, so he loses track of you, Baka, because he's distracted. But he's still going to walk in the general direction of the 2 large cats, the blink dog that looks like a Rottweiler, and the crowd of people that just came from a busted building. Because you guys honestly don't look like you live there. You look like a family of adventurers that might cause a little bit of trouble. And he says, what is going on? Gentlemen, hold, just please stay right there, please. Where are you headed? Half elf with the silver hair, where are you headed? Dwarf.
Oh,
Put down that hammer, dwarf.
I was searching for some mushrooms.
We were going down over here to look for some mushrooms.
Mushrooms, you say?
Right, mushrooms.
What are they doing down there?
Why would you be searching for mushrooms in a destroyed city? The stores have been closed. Where are you coming from exactly?
It's the perfect time for the mushrooms to grow. You got to get them right at the peak of freshness.
From around the corner there.
make a persuasion or deception check, Sirach, with advantage because Theoden is helping you with the mushroom story. With the mushroom story.
I feel like that's more disadvantage, but I won't argue it.
But you guys are selling it. That's it. It's a mushroom story.
Okay, so either deception or persuasion,
whichever one you want, with advantage because Theoden helped you with the mushrooms.
All right. 21.
21. What kind of mushrooms are these exactly? Right. Are they edible or are they using potions or what?
They're more than edible, my friend.
Oh, they're
more than edible.
Be careful. Remember, you're talking to a god. You can't. But then again, there are no rules yet as far as those kinds of mushrooms. So perhaps you can find some mushrooms for me.
Very spiritual. If we find a couple extra, I'm sure I could throw some your way.
Okay. Well, this is my regular post, so definitely need to come back and
hopefully we'll see you again.
Carry on, gentlemen. Carry on. Make sure your animals don't hurt anyone. Otherwise,
don't worry. They're good.
And steer clear of there are buildings that are falling. Be careful. Steer clear. And is the gnome with you gentlemen?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
he needs to get in those little small crevices.
Well, carry on. Very funny.
Oh my
Well,
God.
so just so anyway, gnome. He points again in the direction. The prison is that way. There's going to be a display tomorrow. What's the name of your family member? Just out of curiosity.
Baka.
I'm not there.
Where'd you go?
What do you mean?
I walked off. Remember?
Well, you did walk off, but you're not within eye shot.
Oh no, I fucked off. I went.
Oh, you fucked off. Okay, so then you know what? Let's modify it because I thought you were standing within like maybe 10, 15 feet.
I once the guards got alerted, I fucked off.
You did say that. You did say that you walk away. So let's say that he says that to.
Shocker.
Let's say that he says that to.
I'm not going to jail with you guys.
He says your friend with the mohawk. I'm assuming he's your friend. Said that his mate was in jail. I hope he's not one of those individuals that's on display tomorrow because they will not fare well. Certainly not. So
I hope not.
I hope not.
Fingers crossed.
Yes. So in any event, carry on. Have a good day. Carry on.
Cheerio.
Pip pip.
So what do you guys do?
I'm gonna keep tickling them.
Just gonna walk off
until they're gone.
Walking off. Where did you go, Baka? How far away are you?
Headed towards the building he pointed at.
Okay.
Invisible. And I'm telling them in the earring that I'm heading
invisible. Okay, so you tell him. Okay, so let's
I'm telling Pia that he should come with me. That we should go together.
All right, so check this out.
Sure.
You guys are both invisible, so neither one of you can see each other, so you can't go together. But
we're using the earrings to coordinate.
Yeah, but still, if you're invisible, it's very hard to coordinate invisible.
I just feel like, hey, listen, meet me at the front door, buddy. There we
Fair
go.
enough. Fair enough. You use common landmarks in order to coordinate. I'll allow it.
Okay.
So let's say the rest of you were looking out the doorway of the broken building and you noticed the direction that the guard was pointing to know where the building was. So you head over to what the building that you believe to be, all of you can congregate where the prisoners are being held. It looks like some kind of repurposed administration building on the edge of a central plaza. What would you guys like to do? There are more guards here than they basically just look like bored guards that have posts and they, wish that it was time for them. Their shift was over so they can go drink. That's basically what they look like, except they're wearing Harper armor.
Drink and eat mushrooms.
Basically. What would you guys like to do? Two of you are invisible. So
Wait, are we back with Baka?
No, not really.
well, let's just say that you guys don't know where Baka and Pia are, but they know where you are because they're both invisible. So it's
Okay.
Sirach, Harry, Theoden,
Alright.
and the three animals.
All right. So
And
we
then the
gotta
other two are
find-
invisible, but they can see you guys clearly. You guys are in the same general area, but Theoden and Sirach, you don't know where they are.
Okay.
Okay.
I guess we got to start looking for some mushrooms.
Oh, sure. That's definitely a good plan.
I'm just gonna tell them that my plan is to search the dungeon.
Yeah, use the
and
earrings.
jail.
Where are you? I'm gonna use the earrings. Where are you?
In front of the jail, where I'm gonna search the dungeon jail area with Pia for Reed.
Dungeon jail area.
The dungeon jail area.
Very official.
Absolutely.
We'll look for
Sirach, should
mushrooms.
We just, yeah, we'll be out here looking for
Maybe
some
if
Just
you
so
knew
you
Scott
know-
invisibility, you can help us.
Just so you know that at around this time, there is a young man who has a long scroll with wood on each side that opens up like about this high, steps on a cardboard box somewhere in the central plaza and starts yelling at the top of his lungs. Here, here, town crier here. Tomorrow at noon will be the unveiling of the coronation of Lawmaster Duncan and your invitation to this new Harper experience. Be here for drinks and food to follow. Come and watch the
Sirach,
events.
let's go watch the show.
Yes. So, and then he starts yelling and screaming at the top of his lungs about like current events, the weather, what color Priscilla Harper likes. She's a big fan of the color purple. And basically just nonsense that you don't really even need to know about. But
Okay.
just so anyway.
I'm gonna toss him
wanna
a
know.
silver piece.
Oh,
No, I'm just
Just like it's
stuff's in his pocket. So his job is basically to just yell people who are basically illiterate and can't read newspapers, plus it'd be difficult to print them. So he's the town crier, so to speak.
Hmm.
So now what would you guys like to do? Especially the invisible guys?
I think Pia and I are gonna infiltrate the jail, look for Reed. If
How
he's there.
so? How so?
is the door
Um,
locked?
Is the door
So
open
is
or
No,
window?
definitely not. Definitely not unlocked. There are several guards posted around this particular building. There doesn't seem to be a back entrance or windows that can be infiltrated, even without a perception check. It's very easy while you're invisible to just kind of make a slow perimeter walk around the building. There are windows higher up, but they have bars on them.
could you dimension door us inside without knowing where to go?
Well, there's a chance we could get stuck in a rock wall if we do that. You feeling
do it.
lucky?
Let's try. All you gotta do is try to aim your dimension door like try it on the other side of one wall. I don't know.
I sure.
take the
Okay.
chance.
So you decide to do dimension door. Dimension door is your invisibility, PI, is it concentration?
Technically, but it's also I took a invocation that lets me do it at will, so I don't know how you want to play that.
But it's an ability you're using that is concentration though.
I'm pretty sure.
Because here's the deal. If it's concentration and you decide to use is dimension door. Well, hold on a second. Is dimension door concentration?
Invisibility is concentration. And
If Dimension Door is not
Mhm.
concentration, I will allow it. That you will hold, you'll keep your invisibility up. You can't do 2 concentration spells
can-
at the same time.
We can just go to an alleyway and dimension door inside, and he can recast invisibility once again inside.
Dimension Door is not concentration.
So perfect. So even if you use Dimension Door, you can maintain your invisibility. So it's not a problem.
All
So
right.
yeah,
All
so
right.
if you guys go out of, you try to pick a spot where there are the least number of guards in viewing distance, within eye shot, and you just cast your spell Dimension Door. I need you to give me a D100 roll, Pia.
Okay.
D100.
Do you want the 10s as well or no?
Well, basically, it's the 10s and the 1s. You're basically going to
Okay,
give
yeah,
me
that's
the
what
number
I meant.
from 1 to 100.
We got 36.
Perfect. If you had rolled anywhere from 1 to 10, there was a 10% chance that you would materialize inside of like a bookcase or a table, taking damage and making a lot of noise. But you took a chance and you used Dimension Door and made your way. For you, the 2 invisible dudes are now inside the building. Now, while you guys are invisible inside the building, let me just cut back to the rest of the people outside that have no idea where you are or what you're doing. Sirach, Theoden,
Aye.
what would you guys like to do with the 3 animals and Harry?
Since we know there's going to be festivities tomorrow, are they setting anything up? Like, can we scope out like tents?
Well, that's
or
interesting.
Tables or
you
anything?
do notice. You do
Yeah, everything's
notice
destroyed.
I
but
would
I
like
mean,
to steal something.
there is definitely some destruction going on, right? They're in the process. Everyone in the city is in the process of kind of cleaning up. But yes, there is some preparing going on the edge of this central plaza. There are like craftsmen and carpenters building like a rudimentary wooden stage. They're in the process of putting it together now, like hammers and nails and saws and stuff. It's not completed yet. It looks like it's going to be 20 feet by 20 feet with like a series of ladders, like short little staircases. It's not going to be much more taller than like 3 feet high. 20 feet by 20 feet, 3 feet high, 2 staircases on each side. And it's not covered. It's not covered. In the event that it should rain, they probably will get soaked. So it's not inside of a tent. And there, as far as tables and chairs, you're not noticing anybody doing that. People are just constructing this area. Anything else you guys like to do? What about you, Theoden?
I want to poke too many bears.
So you're
I'm
content to just kind of hang out in the plaza for now.
yeah, I mean, what else are we gonna do?
That's fine. It's cool. I mean, the truth is that Baka and Piad told you that they were invisible and that they were going to scope out the inside.
so
So
we just
maybe
gotta
if you
wait for
wanted to
them.
just kind of wait and see what happens with them, that's
Or
fine.
maybe could we like scope out the outside, see like the building structure, in case there's multiple ways out.
Well, just do a real
Just kind
quick,
of like walking around without like
real quick investigation
making
check.
it too obvious. Nope, that's not gonna do very well. That's gonna be a 9.
Well, if there is an entrance or an exit other than the front steps up the front of the building, you don't see it. And the only windows you notice in the back are higher than 10 feet up, and they have bars on them. The only thing you notice. So for right now, knowing through the earpieces that they made themselves invisible and they're going to use Dimension Door, you decide to hang out in the plaza and just, scope out the area for the time being.
Are they far enough away to talk to us through the earrings or no?
Oh no,
Are
they are.
any
They're
close enough, I mean?
they're absolutely. They're within the most they'd be is within a few hundred feet. So yeah, you can tell anything that you see, you can tell them about.
Okay.
So so let's go
And
back
the
to
first thing I will say to them is, if the coast is clear, we'll open the door and let you know.
Oh, it's definitely not. The coast is definitely not
Good.
clear.
Well, I mean, if we
Okay.
can make it clear, you know what I'm saying?
Right. So just to give you guys a heads up, you seem to be in an area that is relatively quiet, like an interior office in this building that's filled with lots and lots and lots of books. I mean, it almost feels very much like a library.
Are there any books on war and strategy?
War and strategy. Make an investigation check at disadvantage because you don't have enough time to truly investigate every single spine of every book.
21. Or no, guidance.
Well, you rolled high enough anyway, probably.
It's actually dirty 20. I think investigation is +6. Yeah, it's dirty 20.
Dirty 20, and a dirty 20, you do find a book that's basically it's a biography written by someone you've never heard of that basically wrote about his life as a general in an army. And you have no idea if there's battle strategy in there, but it definitely looks like it fits the bill.
I'll take it and put it in the
So you
sack.
take it. It is now in the zipper pouch of holding. Let's just call it the general's book for right now.
Okay.
All right. So you have that. What would you guys like to do? Now that you're inside the building, you're invisible and no one knows you're there.
Okay. I'm gonna. There's a door obviously leading out to the hallway, I'm assuming.
Absolutely, there is.
I'm gonna take a peek, open the door as gently as I can.
Absolutely. Just make a quick. Well, you know what? You can't stealth from the other side of a door, so basically the door opens. Let me see if the guards in the hallway notice that the door opens. I rolled a 14 and an 8. Neither one of them noticed the door opens. So you open the door and you peek out and you notice that there down the hallway, there is a long winding hallway and there are 2 guards at the end of that hallway. They have not opened. They've not noticed the door open.
Okay. Just try to find a stairwell down, I guess.
Cool. You following him, Pia?
Yeah.
All right,
Very,
so
very
since-
closely.
So are you both floating?
I have levitate at will.
So
yeah.
floating-
I'm gonna I'm gonna grab his hand. We'll find his hand first off.
Yes.
Grab it and then pull him with me, because he can only levitate. I'm gonna drag him with me.
Perfect. So you guys are
I'm
not
like a
making any.
balloon.
You're not making any sound of footsteps.
Like a warlock balloon.
Warlock balloon, a green balloon, if you will. So no footsteps, no footprints in the dust, both invisible. I'm not even going to make you stealth. There's no reason why they should be able to find you if you're not looking to intentionally do something negative to them. So you float. It's easy. It takes you a little while. It takes you about a half an hour to find the right stairwell to lead you downstairs. So let's put it at 2:00 in the afternoon. You make your way down several flights into the bowels of the building to where you do find a general jail cell. I need an investigation check with advantage because Pia is helping you. So either one roll for Baka and one roll for Pia, or
That's
one
fine.
of you
We'll
can
do
roll
one of
twice.
each.
So one investigation check for Baka and Pia. What do you got?
29.
29.
Sorry, 25. Sorry, it's
25.
19,
Thank
19
God
plus
I got
5,
12.
6.
All right, cool. So let me tell you something. With the 25 even, I was going to give you a hard time. I was going to tell you that you weren't able to find the right jail cell. But with the 25, absolutely. It takes you, again, another half an hour. And you're beginning to get a little antsy, Sirach. You're beginning to wonder, it's almost an hour. Where the fuck are these 2 guys? But the good news is that they are keeping you advised through the earpiece. You do find at the end of a long, winding corridor, you're invisible. It's heavily guarded by 4 elite soldiers. You know they're elite Harper soldiers because of their lapels and the uniform that they're wearing. Are guarding what looks like 3 individuals in a cell that have been beaten within an inch of their life. If ever there were people that were down to 1 hit point, these 3 guys are. Okay? You know all 3 of these individuals.
Oh God.
You've met all 3 of them.
Okay.
One of them you don't really know. You just saw him from a distance. You've never personally met. He is a white dragonborn. There was a point when you were fighting a purple worm, and there was a group of 5 adventurers that had been given an assignment that you guys took. One of the individuals of that group of 5, the mercenaries, was a white dragonborn. He's one of the 3 that's in the cell. Okay. The other one is Wyatt from the Order of the Gauntlet. Lieutenant Wyatt with the blonde hair, and the one who lost his wife, Thoida. He's the second one in the jail cell. And the third one is the man that you met once with Irilith when you helped clear out that cave and where Atreyu got blown into a billion pieces is Reed Underbow.
Whoops.
So, hey, listen, it happens. It happens to the best of us. So the point is that all 3 of these individuals look to beaten within an inch of their deaths, sitting in this jail cell, not speaking, barely conscious, guarded by 4 elite guards. And you found them. That's where we're going to take our mid-session break, right at that point. So You can spend the next 15 or 20 minutes deciding what you'd like to do about that when we come back from our mid-session break. This is
Blow them up,
episode
PL.
41.
Shenanigans ttRPG.
Damn right. Shenanigans ttRPG. We play Dungeons and Dragons usually on Monday nights, but the next time we will be playing is Tuesday night, August 3rd. So please don't go anywhere. The stream will continue to run. Maybe we'll have a little musical interlude, possibly. We shall see. Hopefully you will be here when we get back. The time is 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Let's start up the game at 9:20. So 9:20 Eastern Standard Time. Thank you, gentlemen, and I will see you soon.
Jacob, why don't you ever sing for me?
Because we lose all our subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me I'm wrong.
I don't think so. I think you should try it out.
I mean, Chris would just cut it out later, so.
Exactly.
What's up?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Shenanigans ttRPG. We play Dungeons and Dragons. This is episode 41. We are about to start the second half of the show. If you like us, please let us know. Please like the video. Please subscribe. If you don't like us, let us know. That's cool too. Maybe we need a little constructive criticism. In any event, like, comment, subscribe. We love it all. Is everybody ready to go?
I'm ready.
Cool beans. So I'll give a quick recap for those if we're lucky enough for a new viewer who just popped his head in, his or her, or otherwise head in and said, what the hell is going on here? So I will give you a quick overview. Okay, so we have a group known as the adventurers, known as the Natural Ones. They're currently in a city called Hona. Hona is controlled by a faction known as the Harpers. The Harpers just conquered the city, took it away from another faction that they are, having words with. So their friends, or let's call them friends is tough, but let's just say to do a favor for the former monarchy, the Prince Ryan of Venosa, said, there's a friend of mine, his name is Reed. I'd like you to find him. I sent him on an emissary mission to Hona. I'd like him to iron out some sort of peace agreement. They lost track of him. Well, guess what?
It clearly worked out great.
It clearly worked out great because the guy ended up in the basement of a prison, beaten within an inch of his life. But the good news is that the party found him. Two members of this adventuring party who are invisible have snuck their way into the bowels of the main administrative building where the dungeon is to find Reed Underbow beaten within an inch of his life, stuck in the cell, guarded by 4 elite guards, sharing the cell with 2 other individuals that look familiar, a familiar white dragonborn, and also an individual that they met several times, Lieutenant Wyatt, a blonde-haired human. Reed Underbow is a male elf. So those 3 beaten and bloodied in the jail cell right now.
4 elite guards.
4 elite guards, 2 members of the group, invisible, hovering within eyeshot, wondering what to do. Outside the building in the plaza is the remainder of the party: Sirach, Theoden, Harry, and their 3 pets, their 3 combat pets. What would you guys like to do? The world is your oyster.
Let's back up behind the corner or something real quick.
Okay.
Easy enough.
Okay. Do you have a plan, Pia?
Yep, yeah, do you have a plan?
Yeah, you said you had one.
I can go uninvisible and disguise myself as Priscilla.
Priscilla
And-
ain't gonna be here.
Maybe she shows up
Maybe someone more believable.
Will you just hear me out for a minute?
Okay. Okay.
And then we come into the prison, and I tell the guards to release them at once, and that there was a misunderstanding. Oh, what do you think?
I don't like it, honestly. Too many things can go
That
wrong.
was your great idea.
I never said it was a great idea. Never said that.
Oh my god, I really don't like it. I'm sorry.
All right. So, all right, you get a better idea?
Back to the drawing board.
Assassinate. Kill them as quickly as possible.
You think we could take them?
I think so.
You don't think they're going to
Without
call
your
their
healing?
friends?
We could take the chance, and if anything, you can just dimension door out, or I can Misty Step. Where you have the most.
Oh yeah,
escapes.
because that's so easy, right?
It totally is easy.
Mhm.
Oh, is there? All right.
Keep in mind that the rest of the group can hear their conversation from the plaza outside because they have these magical earpieces that within 1,000 feet they can communicate with each other. So
Is there-
Sirach and Theoden and can hear this conversation.
Is
that
there a
you're at.
window in their cell looking
No,
outside?
no window.
Baka, sacrifice
Surrounded-
yourself.
Surrounded
yeah.
by stone. Surrounded by stone, probably 20 or 30 feet below the earth, I would imagine. You had to go down 2
All
or
right.
3 sets of stairs before you found this lower dungeon.
How about this? We only need Reed. Why don't you walk up to him invisible, dimension door him out, and I'll just escape on my own. We only need Reed.
You really want to leave the others like
Hey,
that?
listen, I'm just being practical here, okay?
You really want to leave Wyatt here? Like that's fucked
I don't
up.
remember who the fuck Wyatt is.
That's fucked up, man.
I don't remember who he is.
I didn't do a very good job of explaining him. Wyatt was back in the, again, I'm not trying to say he's more or less important because of who he is. I'm just going to describe as a refresher. Very beginning of the adventure, there was a lieutenant named Thoida, a female paladin, who traveled with you when you received your first mission from the Harper organization back at Flitwick. She died. Her husband was at that time Sergeant Wyatt, who had a little bit of a
Oh,
drinking problem,
right.
and then overcame the drinking problem, only to become respected as a lieutenant in the Order of the Gauntlet.
He's the one
and-
who gave us that warning way back, wasn't he?
He was the one who warned you that you were basically
Oh.
wanted for murder by
Okay.
Captain Hull, and that you were going to be tried and in a court of
All right.
law.
My rogue honor won't let me leave him now.
Your rogue honor. That's interesting.
All right, yeah, fuck your
Now,
plan.
just
We're
so
attacking.
you know, the white dragonborn you never actually met. There was a group of 5 mercenaries that you guys had kind of taken a job from. There was an outpost in a Zentarum outpost of Trock, where they basically thought you were the group of guys.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And basically you took their commission job, fought the purple worm, and then they basically showed up and decided to track you, but they never found you guys. You were doing like some kind of like sneak stealthy thing, invisible, flying over them, keeping an eye on them while they were trying to track you, but they were unsuccessful. One of the 5 guys is that white dragonborn that's in the cell.
Okay, yeah, I think we should just attack straight up. I'm gonna cast haste, and then mage hand.
All right.
Before we start rolling initiative or rolling damages or anything, Sirach and Theoden are listening to this conversation. It sounds like they're about to do battle. I just want to give Sirach and Theoden an opportunity to, throw caution at them or cheer them on. It's up to you guys before I start throwing dice.
I mean, can we like barge in there?
Well, the
The
problem,
bodyguard.
Let's distract any outside guards by just striking up a conversation with them.
All right,
Tickling
all
them.
right, all right.
All right, no, yeah, tickle them.
yeah, I mean, you guys don't know where in the building they are.
Yeah.
You just basically see
Yeah.
the steps going up, the soldiers in the plaza, people building, carpenters building the stage.
Oh,
in the
I
nearby.
can pretend to break my ankle on the sidewalk,
I
and
see.
the guards will have to come help me.
Of course they will. Of
Your
course.
acting job is totally amazing.
I'm sure that they'll definitely buy that. It's not a problem.
It got us
So-
here, didn't it, Baka?
This is true. This is true. Once upon a time, you actually tried to convince the soldier that you were shitting in public, and that
Yeah.
went really well. So
It did.
yeah,
It
it
did.
worked. So
Right.
anyway, I digress. Pardon me. Let's go back to Baka and Pia, who are invisible. What is your plan of attack, gentlemen?
I guess I can open it up with a finger of death.
Okay, so
let me
I
rush
will-
in first, though.
since you guys are invisible, I'm going to allow you guys to have a round of actions before we even roll initiative.
Well, haste takes me out of invisibility, so my plan was to just charge at them and get advantage with mage hand.
Well, I will. Well, I'll definitely give you a free attack because a free action, which would be that. So that's absolutely when. So haste is a full action, correct?
It's one full attack.
Well, no. What I mean
one
is
one
to
additional
cast.
attack.
What
Oh,
I mean
yeah,
is
but I'm
to
doing this
cast
outside of. I'm doing this outside
exactly.
of combat.
So if you're doing it outside of combat, your action will be to cast haste, and then you will roll initiative in order to take advantage of haste and whatever your action is going to be. So you're going to be cast haste, and Pia's going to do finger of death.
I guess.
So there's 4 dudes standing outside the cell. You cast it at one randomly, right?
Yeah.
All right. So let me do your finger of death first. Describe your finger of death as I write down hit points and
All
other
right.
kinds of cool
You
stuff.
send negative energy coursing through a creature that you see within range, causing it searing pain. The target must make a Constitution saving throw. It takes 7d8 plus 30 necrotic damage on a fail save, or half as much on a successful one. A humanoid killed by this spell rises at the start of your next turn as a zombie that is permanently under your command, following
Woohoo!
verbal orders to the best of its ability.
Nice.
My goodness. All right. So we'll do yours first while Baka is casting haste on himself. So I guess it's automatically hits and I have to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
Okay, let's rock and roll. Let me get my trusty die.
All right. I
See
have
if
to
this
roll a lot
guy's
of
got
dice.
a-
Hang on.
Let me see if this guy has a saving throw Constitution plus 6. So let's see. But I rolled a 4, so that's a 10. Does a 10 succeed?
No.
So he failed. He takes full damage. Finger of Death. How much damage did you take from an invisible corner of the room? Green laser beam strikes this guy right in the forehead. Poor guy.
Does it make that sound, Chris?
Pew pew. Absolutely. If you wanted to make that sound,
Well, I'm not doing the spell.
but it's up to you, man.
That's true.
Everything has to go past
You know
David's
what?
desk.
I say it makes a sound.
Pew pew.
There you go.
76 points of damage.
76 points of damage.
Okay.
Let me see. It does not kill him, but it makes him look like an unhappy camper, as there's like literally half of his face is burned away from the necrotic energy.
And all right, then I will send this unhappy camper hurling through hell as well.
You can do that
I
on
can
the
do
same
that.
turn. Ooh. So one of his invocations, suddenly the individual disappears from the battlefield, from this narrow hallway in front of the jail cell where the 3 broken and bloodied people are hoping to figure out what the hell is going on. All of a sudden, chaos is struck. So he's gone. Now, instead of 4 elite soldiers, there are now 3.
All right.
So now let's assume that Baka, you did the haste spell. Let's roll for initiative and see what happens.
Oh, Chris, the whole point was me hasting out of combat to get the first strike.
But it doesn't quite work that way. Like if haste is an action,
No, but
then
I'm
that's
using
your
haste
action.
before combat. That's what I'm saying.
you get 1 action free before combat. That 1 action is casting haste.
But I'm saying we're around the corner. I don't have to attack. I can haste up as Pia's preparing his spell, and then.
But what I'm saying is that the way it works is that because it's still a game. The point is that you each get a free action. You at the same time that he's casting his finger of death, you're casting
That
haste.
makes no sense.
He hits him in the face with the bolt of whatever.
Yeah,
it
because
is,
you're
and then now
combat.
you have haste casted on yourself, and in essence you didn't waste an action casting haste because it already is in effect now. From this point on, you will have haste from this point on, but you still have to roll initiative.
I'll be honest, it makes no sense to me. But
Well, something we'll have to work on during the week. Everybody roll initiative.
14.
Everybody, including us.
You know what? Yeah. I mean, you guys
Well-
are outside. Why the hell not?
We're
want
outside,
everybody.
but I was going to distract the guard.
No, but I'm saying, let's just say for argument's sake that you will do that in that order just so that we don't lose track of what Sirach and Thade
I
and
lost
Harry
my
are doing.
dice.
So yeah, roll initiative. So let me roll initiative for these three of them, and they rolled relatively low. So let's see.
Okay.
All right. So let's
Take
see. So E guards. All right. So who rolled above a 20?
I got a dirty 20.
Nice. Did you roll higher than a 20, Baka?
Nope.
What? Okay. So 20. So
I
we
got higher than a 20.
What'd you get, Sirach?
I got a 23.
Sirach
right.
23.
Sniping them.
Theoden 20. So you guys outside react really quickly after you hear what's his name? Pia do some craziness.
Shit.
Who's after 20?
I have 17.
17. What'd you get, Baka?
14.
14. So let's see. So we got Pia 17. We have Baka 14. Let me roll for Harry. Harry is, oh wow, Harry rolled an 18. Cool. Good for you, Harry.
Jesus.
Okay. So the pets, we'll have the pets go at the same time. So Baka, it'll be Baka plus Ari. Well, Ari's outside. You can't control Ari, but they can tell Ari what to do. Or Ari can just take an action. I'll figure out what to do based on just randomness. We got Sirach plus Alistair at 23. And we have Theoden plus Chester. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. So, Sirach, you hear chaos over the earphones. Sirach, what would you like to do?
I want to
Steal something?
Yeah, I want to steal something. No, kidding. What do I want to do? I want to.
Well, what's going on? We can hear it outside.
No, as far as anyone is concerned, outside is relatively quiet at the moment because this is the second after Pia cast that spell and vaporized. For anyone's perspective, he shot like a green laser beam at one of these guards and completely vaporized him because he disappeared. So that's what it appears to be. And you heard the yell and him basically make the sound. So you guys are reacting outside, but outside it's work as usual. The carpenters are making the stage. There are guards are still just chilling in front of the steps.
Okay.
You could hold your action theoretically if you wanted to, but it's up to you.
Did the guards roll for initiative?
Well, let's just say at the moment the guards are unaware that outside that anything is going on, so they're not in the initiative.
All right, that's why I'm confused.
Okay, I'm just gonna kind of like get in position so I can keep an eye on the guards outside without being like obvious.
Yeah, like wait till they move.
Well, I mean,
kinda.
Well, the thing is that the best thing would be for you to hold your action to the end of the round. If you want to do that, get in position. What do you mean by get in position?
So like not obviously stand right next to the guards, but like off to the side of the building where I can still see the steps and the guards. Like keep an eye on what they're doing.
Well, that's easy enough. You could probably do that with your movement.
Yeah, exactly. I just want to do that and then I'll hold my action.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So that's done. Are you telling Alistair to do anything, or is he just by your side?
He's just by my side for now.
Okay. Theoden and Chester. Theoden. So technically, Theoden, you get to go because you're reacting to the fact that Pia threw that finger of death through your earpiece. But as far as around you, is you would be swinging the first attack because as far as anybody around you, they're not aware that they're even in combat yet.
Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go right to the side of the wall where the same wall Sirach's on at, around the corner, but I'm gonna be in front of the guards, like to the side of them. I'm gonna just chill on the side of the wall.
Okay.
Wait to see if they I'll hold my action to see.
All right. So the two of you guys are say again?
If they start to go in, like if they hear something, I'm going.
What are you gonna do if they start to go in? Just curious.
Run up behind them and knock them on the head.
Oh, okay, cool, fair enough. All right, so after that, Harry basically stands still. He has no earpiece. He has no idea anything's going on, and he doesn't notice that you guys are walking off to the side. So Harry misses his turn. Pia, what would you like to do?
Oh, it's my turn again?
It's your turn because you're 17.
Oh, fuck you. All right. Then I
There are 3
Will-
guards still remaining that have these wide-eyed. They're shocked. They're like, what the fuck's going on?
all right, awesome. That's exactly what I want to hear. I'm going to cast. You know what? I'll just do Eldritch Blast. I'll save my big shit for later.
3 or 4, I forget.
4.
4 Eldritch Blasts. Necrotic energy. Boom, boom, boom.
Boom, boom, boom.
All 4 of them at one target, or
Yeah,
okay.
just one.
Focus strikes
Yeah. So I get
at the Harper's elite soldiers. Go
19.
for it. 19 is a hit.
Okay, I'm just gonna do all the hits. That's a dirty 20.
Is a hit. 2 out of
That's like a 30 something.
3 hits.
Okay. 21.
So all 4 of your necrotic blasts strike their
Jeez, that
target.
was
One
big.
of the soldiers got hit 4 times in the face. Maggots infused necrotic energy they start burrowing into the skin of his face. He's certainly distracted. Roll me some damage.
12 points for the first one.
12. Okay.
12 points for the second one.
Okay.
Ooh, 8 points for the third one.
Mhm.
And 10 points for the fourth one.
Nice. Okay, he seems disturbed, distracted, terrified, not out of the fight. He's pulling his weapon out. He's desperately trying to get this stuff off of him. But you heard him. He's hurt, but you know,
Injured.
he's injured, but you could tell that these soldiers have experience, that they're veterans, and they've been in the shit before, and they're used to, you know, the adversity of combat. So
Haven't
even
been in
though
this shit
a
before.
lesser soldier would be toast at this point, not this guy. All right, so your turn is over. It is Baka and technically Ari's turn. I'm going to rule that Ari is going to follow Alistair's lead and be right next to Sirach on the side of the wall because he would follow his brother for lack of anything better to do. Baka, what would you like to do? You are currently hasted, so whatever the benefit of haste is, you get that.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay. I'm gonna straight up attack the one soldier Pia just attacked.
Yes, absolutely.
Using Mage Hand to distract and get sneak
Good.
attack.
Mage hand to distract.
I'm gonna use Mage Hand, like poke the guy in the eyes or something.
Now, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Now, I don't want to be a pain in the ass, but we have to clarify this. Doesn't Mage Hand require an action in order to take it out?
I told you I was casting Mage Hand and haste
You
beforehand.
can't. I told you beforehand that you only had time for one action beforehand.
Why?
Each.
I mean, my argument is, why would I only have time? Like, we could just decide to do battle when I finally cast my spell, so we don't have to rush into it.
Because if you're casting spells, you're doing things that are visible outside of the invisibility that you're doing. And
But the whole point is doing it around the corner.
well,
out of
we don't
sight.
have but the thing is that we don't have a combat setup, like a grid set up to determine how
And-
far away the corner is. There might be no corner. The point is that I made a
Just
ruling.
said so.
I made a ruling beforehand that said that you guys, as a surprise turn, you guys get one action each, and your action was to haste. You know, in fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the haste so that the audience is on the same page.
I'm
as
aware
far
of what it does.
well, I know you're aware of what it is, but I'd like the audience to also know what haste does, and that way we can be on the same page. But unfortunately, you have to use an action, or it's not a bonus action; it's full action to get the mage hand out. Is that I think we had that So yeah, so if you want the mage hand out, you're going to have to use an action, unfortunately. But once it's out, it stays out for the remainder. But it's not out yet. But you are hasted. Hold on, let me read before we jump into your action. Type in haste, 3rd level spell. Okay, concentration. So since it's concentration, you're hasted but now visible. You are the willing creature. You get a +2 to your AC. You get advantage on all your dexterity saving throws, and you get an additional action on each of your turns. That action can be used to only make the attack one weapon attack only. Dash, disengage, hide, or use action. So yeah, so basically on top of what you would normally do, you get it if you use it to attack, you get one more attack only. So unfortunately, it's not like an action where you get like 2
Yeah,
attacks.
so
or
I'll
more.
just use my one of my actions. I have 2 actions
Yes.
plus the haste action. I'll use one action to mage hand. Then I'll attack with another action. I get it offhand, and I get my haste action. So I still get 2 attacks and 1 offhand.
All right, let's go. Let's rock and roll.
Okay.
What
Oh, Jesus, natural one.
Natural one. Well, that one.
did you get?
What weapon were you using with the natural one?
What was it? I don't have my historian. Oh, it was the Sword of the Basilisk.
Sword of the Basilisk. Make a strength check.
18.
18. You successfully hold on to the sword. If it had been a 15 or lower, it would have been dislodged from your hand and would have clattered down the hallway. But you still have the sword in your hand. But it missed, unfortunately. So
Yeah.
with the next attack.
Oh,
Are
wait,
you using-
shit. I was supposed to use Mage Hand to get the advantage on that.
All right. Well, you were supposed to use Mage Hand, but the Mage Hand isn't out. That's what we just.
No,
described.
I said I was using Mage Hand the first action.
Your first action is Mage Hand,
Yes.
and then your second
and then
action.
and then my second action was the sneak attack using Mage Hand to
I
get the
think
advantage.
you could. I think you could do that. Yeah, absolutely. So then roll another die.
And then I
the
get
natural
my
one.
offhand and then my haste attack. That was the whole point.
Right. I got you. So let's do it a little at a time. Let's go.
So that was
It's advantage because you use your first action to get the Mage Hand out.
Yeah.
So definitely you.
So it's
you have to
actually
roll
instead
again.
of 1, it's 7 plus 16.
A 16 is their armor class.
No, I mean 7 plus 16.
Well, 7 plus 16, 23 is definitely a hit. So yeah, so do the damage on that.
All right, that's what is that?
Damage.
I've never done sort of damage with the basilisk before.
I think the
D6.
basilisk is a D6. Yeah.
So it's 2 to the base, and then sneak attack is 76.
Let me just I need to hold on. Do your damage because I'm actually writing something on the board, so I can't really pay attention to the numbers for a second. So just keep track of that for me.
7, 9, 11. Wow, this is horrible damage. 14, 16, 21 damage.
Okay, 21 damage.
That was really bad.
Oh,
Oh, plus
it all counts.
plus 11. Sorry. 21 plus 11. So
Plus 11. Okay, I'm actually minusing it on my
32.
board. Okay, I got that. All right. He doesn't go down. You slash him, slash.
Okay.
And blood spurts out, but obviously this guy is a veteran. He knows how to take a punch or a slice for that matter.
so this is my offhand attack now. with
Offhand
the-
attack
with a
because you are
small
dual
dagger.
weapon. You are a dual weapon. So
Jesus, I am rolling so fucking bad. I got a 3 plus 15.
well, 3 plus 15 is an 18. That's still a hit. Welcome to level 19 adventures, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. It's a D4 actually.
D4 plus something though.
Plus 10, I think.
Yeah, so it's still pretty decent.
12 damage.
12 damage. Okay. This guy he looks like death by paper cuts, this guy. But he's not
And,
quite there yet.
The last hit with the Sword of the Basilisk again
Sword of the Basilisk
in the 20s.
in the 20s. Don't forget with the Basilisk, I think with the D20, we have to do like a
petrify.
Yes, don't forget that. Okay. So in the 20s is a hit with the final swipe.
4 plus 11, 15 damage.
15 damage. Not quite. He looks like he's in terrible shape, about the shape that the other guy was before he disappeared. So, but he's taking an awful lot of damage. I think your turn is over, correct?
I do have a bonus action.
What do you want to do with your bonus action?
That's a good question. Oh wait, no, Mage Hand. Using Mage Hand is my bonus action. Never mind.
All right. So
The action of using it is.
Oh, that's right. Telling the Mage Hand what to do is your bonus action. Correct.
Yeah, so-
Okay. So we will move on to the guards who rolled a 10 for their initiative. One of them's missing. One of them is bloodied. The other two are stunned with the sneak attack. They're going to start screaming bloody murder at the top of their lungs in order to attract the attention of the guards in the building, which of course will definitely get the attention of the guards that are on that level or upstairs to come rushing down.
What
So
about our guards?
say again.
Me
Well,
and-
your guards haven't moved yet. Your guards
their
are out.
turn.
Your guards are like 2 or 3 like floors above outside. They're
okay.
like in the bowels of the basement of this building. They literally took like a half an hour looking around for this. The lowest of the lowest dungeon is where these 3 guys are held.
Okay.
So let's say the bloodied one will probably attack first. What can these dudes do? Let's see. They have multi-attack, 3 melee attacks, or 2 ranged attacks. So let's go 3 melee attacks on the closest one. Well, actually, one of them is visible, one is not. So it pretty much gives that away. Oh wow.
Well, he attacks, so he should be out of invisibility, technically.
Well, he casts a spell, and if he casts a spell, he can
No,
still
he
be
casts
invisible.
Eldritch Blast. That's an attack. It takes you out
Oh
of
yes. You're
invisibility.
absolutely. No, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Let's think about this for a minute. If he's invisible, and it's a concentration
He
spell,
just goes.
No,
Only another-
making a successful attack on an opponent takes him out of invisibility.
Oh no, I'm not invisible.
yes. That's right. No, wait a minute. Hold on a second.
If a cantrip didn't do it, the finger of death definitely did.
Well, okay. I'm just all right. Well, that's something I got to read up on because to be
That's a
completely honest,
level, but that's a level 7 spell.
But I like the fact that, if you're, I think it's like if it's something using a concentration spell, the only thing that can knock out the concentration spell is another concentration spell. So theoretically,
No, but
you could
invisibility is different. It's literally explained in this description that making an attack takes you out of it.
All right. Well, if
Successful
that's
attack.
okay, cool. So we'll say that the invisibility is Gonzo. So you know what? The one that got bloodied is obviously going to attack you. What is his plus on his weapon? +7, 26 and a 25 for his first 2 attacks. Did they hit?
25?
26 and a 25.
26 is my AC.
26 is your AC. So the first one hits, the second one fails, and the third one fails. So out of the 3 weapon attacks, only 1 out of the 3 hits you, Baka.
Okay.
Okay.
And it says here the spell ends for a target that attacks or casts a spell.
Perfect. So yeah, so you're both out of invisibility. All right. So
Sad.
let's see. So his melee range weapon attack. You take 13 points of piercing damage from the attack from the gladiator, from the elite sword. So are you using his uncanny dodge halves it, correct?
Yeah, I'm gonna wait on that.
Are you gonna wait on that? Got
More
it.
damage.
So 13 points of damage for the first strike. The dude next to him is going to swing at you 3 times. Miss, and 17 plus 7 is a 24. It's miss. All 3 of them miss. So you're dodging and weaving and doing barrel rolls, getting away from these guys in a tight corridor where they're getting frustrated as shit trying to hit this 3.5-foot guy who is basically bobbing and weaving left and right. All right. And then the final guy that's on the battlefield is, actually there's one missing, but we won't talk about him just yet. He's going to take out his ranged crossbow and fire that 2 ranged attacks at Pia.
Oh boy.
No, it's I think I got a 17 and a 19. Which one of those hits you? Both?
The 19.
The 19 hits you. Okay.
Well, yeah. My
All right.
AC is 19.
So you take 11 points of piercing damage, Pia, from one of the 2 crossbow bolts. 11 points.
Ugh.
Okay. Now, those are the 3 dudes that are here. When does the 4th one that's hurling through hell return?
Oh,
Supposed
was
to be
that
after his next
after
attack.
my next turn? Yeah.
After your next turn. Got you. So
Yeah.
just remind me because I want to see what happens to him when he comes back if his brain turns to mush. So
Yeah.
these guys, their turn is over, but they did scream, and rushing down the stairs is another soldier. He is not within combat range yet, but you notice somebody coming down the stairs to intervene.
Great.
So in any event, their turn is over. I will say that at this point, at the beginning of the next, yeah, you know what? What the hell, Mr. Theoden? You were holding your action to bop one of these soldiers on the steps in the back of the head.
Mhm.
You do notice some sort of disturbance inside, and you notice one of the 2 soldiers basically running up the steps. Do you want to chase him and bop him in the back of the head?
I do. Yeah.
By all means, you
I do.
absolutely can. So, but really quickly, Theoden, just make a real perception check really quickly before you do that.
I keep losing all my dice.
Perception.
What's
D20.
that, John?
D20.
Let me find
This is
it.
your perception check, not your attack roll.
Ooh.
Ooh.
At 20.
Okay, the nat 20. I just want to remind you from your peripheral vision and from hanging out in the plaza, there are only 2 soldiers standing on the steps leading into the building, but there's at least 8 more soldiers basically lounging around in and around the plaza. So just be aware of the fact that once you start this off, it's not going to be just against 2 of them. It's probably going to be against 10 of them.
Right.
That doesn't mean that you
right.
can't still wipe the floor with them, but I just want you to be aware, your perception that once I kick this off, it's going to be a scrap. So
I mean, I'm not going to leave him down there alone.
there you go. So you go and you make that attack roll to bop him on the back of the head, your held action. And Sirach, you'll use your held action next.
All right.
Ooh.
So a fight in the plaza and a fight in the basement all simultaneously.
Wait, I make an attack roll, right?
Yes, you make an attack roll with what weapon? Your hammer?
Yeah.
Hammer.
Two-handed.
Two-handed. Well, actually,
No, you know what? No, one-handed.
I was going to say it's a one-handed hammer, actually. It's the new hammer that you got from Chowder, remember?
Oh, yeah.
One-handed hammer?
Yeah. So that's a 27.
Bonk. Absolutely.
Bonk. All right.
All right.
Let me get a...
Boy.
I wish I rolled that nat 20 on that fucking...
Take your time.
I'm trying to find too many dice.
Nat 20 means that you double your damage, double the whole damage.
It
No
wasn't
such
a
thing
nat
as too
20.
many.
It wasn't? Oh, damn it.
No,
All right.
no, I said
fine.
I wish.
I wish. Okay, fine.
Okay. Ooh, 17.
17 to hit?
No. Damage.
17 damage. Got it. You smash him on the back of the head with your hammer that looks suspiciously like Mjolnir, and a crack of thunder is heard in the distance as his head starts to bleed. All right. You obviously get more than one attack.
No,
that's
15.
right.
I'm sorry. It's not 17. It's
15? You're a cleric, so you don't get more than one attack unless you're a war priest, but that's for you to decide.
I am.
So I think as a bonus action,
No, it's a one of those things.
one of those channel divinities.
Yeah.
Well, it's up to you. It's your character. So
I mean, yeah, I
you'd like
might as
to.
well use it now. Fuck it.
So as a bonus action, you swing at him again.
Yeah.
All right. I think you can do that up to 3 times a day. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Crack him. Hit roll with the
15.
15 to hit is actually that the soldiers outside armor class are
Wait.
15.
No, it's a 19.
Well, it doesn't matter. 15 or higher
I
hits.
cannot do math right now.
That's fine. No big deal. So you swipe twice. The backhand cracks him again.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Can you ever do math?
What is math?
14.
What is math?
I'm
14.
Not too sure.
Okay. So you crack him twice. Unfortunately, to your chagrin and your surprise, the 2 cracks across the back of the head did not put him out. You're surprised at this. This is insulting.
Stupid ass hammer.
Insulting.
It's the
So
hammer's fault.
It's hammer's fault. Your turn is over. Unless you'd like to move, would you like to move away?
A max of 15 damage, huh?
Would you like to move away? Or would you like to
Uh,
incur an attack of opportunity, or would you like to stay where you are?
No, I'm gonna stay.
Stay.
Hopefully
Now,
get hit by
Sirach.
one of Sirach's arrows.
Who knows what Sirach was deciding to do, but out of the corner of your eye, you notice Theoden jump on the guy on the stairs and start bopping the back of the head. If that wasn't your intention, well, too late, because he basically started swinging. So what would you like to do, Sirach?
Is there only one guy or was there 2?
There's 2 guys on the
Two.
steps. One
Okay.
of them might have run in. I'm not sure yet. Maybe we'll do like a dexterity check or something to see if you catch him. But keep in mind that you could either attack the one that Theoden is beating the shit out of, and there's 8 other soldiers around the perimeter of this plaza. So you've got your hands full. It's up to you what you like to do.
Well,
Bless you.
as if the other ones notice us.
Fair enough.
I will. Well, I'll see if I can catch up to that other one.
Dexterity check, please.
Okay. Dexterity check will be a 23.
Easily. Make a if you'd like to make a hit roll or even hit him with a distance weapon, a ranged weapon, you may do so. He doesn't make it inside the building fast enough.
All right. When I catch up to him, I'm gonna hunter's mark him first.
Bonus action, hunter's mark, done.
And then I'm gonna.
And regardless of what racial characteristics these soldiers have. If it's a blend, they're all hunter's mark, because the hunter mark is basically Harper soldier. So
Okay.
don't worry about that. I'm not going to pull some bullshit. Well, this one's a half elf, so you can't. No, they're all hunters marked.
Okay. So attack roll with the scimitar first.
Scimitar of speed from Baylor.
Is an 18 to hit.
18 to hit does hit. Their armor class is 15 outside.
Okay. So then it's gonna be 13 points of damage.
13 points of damage. You would be sprayed with viscera and blood, but the blood is soaked up by the blade from Baylor. Just inhales it, absorbs it, like it's storing it up for some nefarious reason. Nefarious. All right, so you also get to attack, continue to attack, correct?
Yes, I
Foreshadowing,
can.
Chris.
Say again?
Said a lot of foreshadowing.
Lot of foreshadowing, damn it.
Attack with
Nefarious
the
reasons.
Rapier, and
Offhand rapier.
that's
Wanna make me
a
wonder if I should
21 to hit.
Dagger.
21 does hit. The dagger from Baylor.
I feel like my dagger served its purpose already, opening that thing.
15 points of damage with the
I
rapier.
know.
15 done.
And then
This time the blood just goes splattering on the wall next to you, like a weird Jackson Pollock painting.
the scimitar one more time.
Scimitar of speed.
For a 17 to hit.
17 does hit.
17 damage as well.
17 damage. Okay, not enough to take him out. He's bleeding all over the place. But
Okay.
Is your turn over?
Yes.
Okay, so fair enough. Let me just make sure I've got this correct. Okay, 37. Perfect. Okay, cool. So both of the dudes on the steps are injured. One of them's got a cracked skull. The other one's got slices and cuts all along his back and side. But neither one of them fell down. They're made of sterner stuff. So that was your held action. But now let's go back to the start of the combat round with Sirach, who gets to go again because he rolled a 23. Sirach, you can keep swinging if you want, or get a little more snazzy. It's up to you.
No, I'm going to keep swinging.
Go for it.
Attaboy.
25 to hit with the
Absolutely a hit.
scimitar.
Scimitar of Baylor.
14 points of damage.
He looks close to going down. This guy is literally like, you could just see his eyes rolling into the back of his head. He's working on adrenaline at this point.
So 17 plus to hit with
The rapier.
12 damage.
12 points of damage is enough. And that guy was literally out on his feet. The last swipe, you literally cut straight through his Adam's apple, and he basically sits down on the steps and falls over onto his side. He is no more. But right next to you is the one that got crushed in the head with the hammer. So if you wanted to transition to him, you can.
Yes. So scimitar again. 17 plus to hit.
17 plus. That is absolutely a hit. Their armor class is 15.
For 17 points of damage.
Okay.
And then one more time with it. 14 plus 11.
14 plus 11 that's the hit roll, 25?
Yep.
25 is a successful hit.
So it's not as much. It'll be 13 points of damage.
This particular one, who is happens to be racially a dwarf, is obviously made of sterner stuff. He got crushed in the head. His head looks like a crushed soda can. He's got stabbed wounds in his back and in his side, but he didn't go down. He's still on his feet. So that is your the beginning of the combat round. Do you want Alistair to do something? Because Alistair can go at the same turn.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, I'll have him go after this guy too.
So he's gonna maul
I
him.
didn't think about that. Yeah, maul him. So
Meow. Meow.
first one to hit is
That sounds like
it's
a
only
cat.
14.
14 is a miss, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Cats sound like having sex, though. I got to figure out. I got to work on my cat sounds.
No, it was good.
Meow. I don't know.
turns
It comes across as like two cats basically fooling around on the, outside the
turns
house in the
me
middle of the
on.
night. Well, it's, although I'm proud of that fact, it's not really the desired effect, but, so.
Second one will be 16 to hit.
16,
Yeah.
16 is a hit. So
Yep.
the cat, basically the lion-sized cat is mauling this dwarven Harper soldier. How much damage did it do?
7 points.
7 points was all it had left. Basically, it's the dwarf's head is now inside of Alistair's mouth. It is a chew toy. So the soldiers on the stairs are dispatched. So your turn is now over. Theoden, you witness the cat finish the job on the one that you cram-boned in the back of the head. You
Okay.
can choose to sprint into the building, or you can turn your attention towards the 8 soldiers in the plaza who obviously can see you. They can just basically see you whacking away at the soldiers on the stairs.
I'm going in.
Okay, so you go in. So you make your movement to go in, and you realize that you have no idea where you're going. So I need you to make a investigation check at disadvantage.
Okay. Can I use the earrings?
Sure you can. What do you say?
What floor are you guys on?
Does either Pia or Bianca like to respond to him in the chaos of battle?
Bianca.
or
Bianca.
Pia.
Is that how you're saying
What is
Pia
he
and Baka
doing?
together?
Is he having a stroke? Baka.
Baka, can you hear us?
When you say my name properly, I'll fucking respond.
So who listens? Who can hear him?
I'm not.
Where the fuck do I go?
I'm ignoring him.
He doesn't say anything. Does Pia say anything back?
What, Theoden?
You can say it
I
again. You
said,
can,
what floor are you
what
on?
floor?
Oh,
Up and down. Up and down.
Oh, up. I don't know where. I don't
Oh,
remember.
He said up. So I need you to make an
I
investigation
thought we were
check.
down.
Yeah, you're down.
You need to make an investigation
are we
check.
down?
Yes,
Oh
but
my
you
God.
said up.
God
So
damn it.
So
Jenga.
Theoden, make an investigation check with disadvantage because you have no idea where you're going.
I really thought we were up.
No,
Oh my
you're
God.
down. You're in the bowels of the building, like 2 levels below.
7.
Well,
7. So let's put it this way.
All right.
First of all, you're not
Have
even
fun.
looking in the right direction. But you're
Well.
looking for stairs going up and you don't find any, and your turn is over, unfortunately.
Thank God.
Okay, but you're running around the inside of this building trying to avoid soldiers looking for a set of stairs. So next up is Harry. Harry rushes inside after you, follows you, and he says to you, Theoden, which way are we going? What do you say, Theoden?
Oh my God.
What do you say? What do you say?
Told me. Fuck. He told me up.
Oh, we got to go up? I'll look for stairs going up.
Look for stairs going up, Harry.
Okay. So Harry
God.
looks for stairs going
Find
up.
a ladder.
Harry finds a set of stairs. It's this way. And let's put it this way. Harry is at the foot of stairs that can go up or down. Right now, he looks like he's intending to go up the stairs, but he's waiting for Theoden. So Harry's turn is over. Pia, we're downstairs. There are two dudes. Well, you are 2 levels downstairs, unbeknownst to the rest of the party. It is your turn. There's a guy that basically is chopped to bits. Your guy, he returns after your turn?
Yeah.
Okay, so right now he's still missing. He's hurling through hell. So you got 3 elite soldiers. 1 of them is injured. 2 have not been touched yet. Pia, what would you like to do?
Oh dear God. How much room is there in this?
Not much room, to be honest with you. It's maybe 10 feet wide, and the length of the hallway is maybe like 50 or 60 feet on each side.
That's big enough.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna break out.
It's not a 5-foot hallway. It's more like a 10-foot hallway where 2 people can stand side by side.
All right, perfect.
But it's a long hallway.
Then I am summoning my Blade of Disaster. Fuck you.
Blade of Disaster from Baelor, his invocation. Or is it a spell? Pardon
Mystic
me.
Arcanum.
Mystic Arcanum.
Yes.
What do your Blades of Disaster look like?
I'm gonna break out the Trident again.
The Trident.
I liked that.
Whirling dervish of Trident. Like, is
Yeah.
it from Poseidon under the sea or some shit like
Exactly.
that? All right. So tell us about it really quickly, just in case
All
people
right.
haven't seen previous episodes.
You create a blade-shaped planar rift around about 3 feet long. The blade lasts for the duration, which here it says 1 minute.
1 minute is 10 rounds, so it's going to
All
last
right.
a long time.
You can make up to 2 melee spell attacks with the blade, each one against a creature, loose object, or structure within 5 feet of the blade. On a hit, the target takes 4d12 force damage. The attack scores a critical hit if the number on the d20 is 18 or higher.
Damn.
And then it would do 8. It would on a critical hit, the blade does an extra 8d12 force damage for a total of 12d12.
All right, so where are you dropping this blade? In front of which
me.
one?
Right in front of
In front of the one that was injured, or
no, one of the clean ones.
one of the clean ones. You drop it in front of one of the clean ones, and I'm assuming it hits on its turn, correct? On your turn, you cast it.
It says as a bonus action on your turn, you can move the blade up to 30 feet and make up to 2 melee spell attacks.
You've let him attack on turn, but
I've let him attack with the round he casts it, right?
I summoned it as my action, and it says as a bonus action on my turn you can move the blade.
Well, I know that, but I mean, it would kind of
So, I don't
suck if you wouldn't be. It's almost like spiritual weapon allows you to attack on the same turn. So I'm gonna
feel
I'm
like
gonna go,
this is the same thing because actually
Yeah.
the spell itself is a bonus action, which I keep forgetting. I could have Eldritch Blast and then did this, but it's too late
You
now.
got to too late now, but you got to remember.
I'm
Well,
just
then
saying,
you know what
at
you could do
precedent,
is
you've let him attack when he summons it.
yes, absolutely. So we'll do it that way. But also, you can cast it as a bonus action right now. Do your bonus action first, and then do something else as your action.
Could I summon it as my action and just attack this turn instead?
No. Even if you summon it as a bonus action, like spiritual weapon, I summon as a bonus action, and you get to attack the same turn.
Oh, I
So
didn't know you did that. Okay.
say that this is your bonus action, and you attack with it, and then you still have your action to do something else.
Oh, that's beautiful. All right,
Yes,
we'll do
because
that
it's
then.
basically like a super spiritual weapon.
All right, cool.
So bonus action, it comes out where you're putting in front of the fresh guys.
Yes.
All right, and do your 2 attacks. And
All
try to
right,
roll
so
an
the
18 or higher.
First roll is it's a 16.
So 16
but-
plus is definitely a hit.
Yeah, and I mean I'm using my spell attack bonus for that. I'm assuming.
Yes.
All right, so that first one hits, and I'll just do the second one on him too. Ooh, that's 2.
2 plus what?
14.
Is 2 plus 14 is a 16. Their armor class is 16. They both hit.
That's awesome. All right,
So
cool.
this spectral massive floating
All right, so they
trident
both do
stabs
4d12.
three holes. Give me some damage.
Ooh. 44 points for the first one.
44 points for the first one. Math, don't fail me now. Okay.
And then the second swing is 27.
27. Hold on a second.
27.
Okay, this guy has got 6 bullet holes basically through his chest and stomach. He is not happy. He's bleeding out. But again, these guys are veteran soldiers. They're used to being damaged and continuing to fight. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play. So he's not out yet. But that was your bonus action. Now you still have an action.
Yes.
Yes.
And I'm going to do something a little different here. I'm going to use...
Now here's where it gets funny. I know that we're not supposed to cast 2 spells in the same round. So I'm not sure.
I was going to use a cantrip.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second. You can definitely use a cantrip.
Okay.
But Blades of Disaster is like an ability that's given to you by being a warlock, or is it a spell?
It's a Mystic Arcanum, but it's a level 9 spell.
Okay, so it's a spell. So since it's a spell, you can do a cantrip.
Yeah, and
You can't
Mystic
do 2
Arcanums, I get one for level 6, 7, 8,
Gotcha,
and
gotcha,
9,
gotcha.
and those don't even count against my spell slots.
Perfect.
I can
So-
just use each one once per long rest.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. So
So-
yeah, if you can do a cantrip, you absolutely can. Go
All
for
right,
it.
and I'm going to just do something a little different just for fun. I'm going to use Toll of the Dead.
Toll the Dead. Tell us about Toll the Dead.
All right, you point at one creature you see within range, and the sound of a Dolores. I can't even say that word right.
DeLorean?
Dolores.
Dolores, thank you, my brain.
88
Glorious
gigawatts.
bell fills the air around
Just a
it for
DeLorean horn.
moment. Yeah, I know. This target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or take 1d8 damage. If the target is missing any hit points, it instead takes 1d12 of necrotic damage. But at 17th level, it's 4d8 or 4d12.
So it'll definitely be 4d12 because you are level, I believe, 19.
Yes.
Woo!
And
So-
a 4d8 if I hit a fresh one, but I'm gonna hit the one that the freaking blade was just wailing
yeah, so
on.
it'll be 4d12, and I will roll my wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
I rolled a 7 plus 0. No, 7 plus 1 is an 8, so I failed.
No, yeah, you have to beat a 22.
I failed. I'd be 22. I certainly failed.
All right,
No.
so that's 4d12.
So give me that damage.
Oh man.
4 12-siders.
Wow, 12 points of damage on 4d12s. That was pretty bad.
It happens. Listen, it happens. All right.
That was-
So
that-
just out
that
of
was
curiosity, it's Toll the Dead. Is there anything that he hears when you Toll the Dead? Is it like something audible that he hears and it causes damage, like psychic damage or something?
It fills the air around my target, so I don't know if anybody else would.
Well,
really
let's
hear it.
imagine that he hears either abyssal or infernal.
Yeah, I've always pictured it being like this crazy whirling sound with like jittering, like, you know, foreign demonic language.
Is there
within
anything
his
in
brain.
particular? Is there any message in particular you would like him to hear in his head?
Just to go fuck himself.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Outstanding. In 2 different underworld languages, he's telling me to go fuck himself. I love it. So now I think your turn is over. Do you want to move? Because you're not.
Nah.
Okay, cool. You're at a
cozy.
distance.
I'm
You're at
cozy.
basically, I figure about 20, 25 feet away. All right. So that is Pia. After Pia is Baka and
Oh
Ari.
wait, the hurl through
Oh,
hell.
Hurl through hell. Yes, he comes back. So now
Yes.
when he comes back, do I have to make a saving throw?
I can't remember. 1 second.
Hurl through hell. So just audience members, when he hit the guy with the finger of death, he used this ability. He did not get vaporized by the finger of death. It looks like he was vaporized. Instead, he was cast into a portal and thrown through
Doesn't
hell.
he take
through
like
the nine
psychic
lo-
damage?
He
Yeah,
definitely
it-
takes psychic damage, but I want to know if I get
If
like a
it's
saving
it's
throw.
10d10 psychic damage, as long as it's not a fiend. That's all it says.
It doesn't say I get a saving throw at all?
No.
Wow. So give me the 10d10. Let's see what happens to him.
All
So
right.
obviously he sees things that no mortal mind should see. And upon returning, he may basically end his own life. Maybe it might be like either a suicide or his eyeballs fall out or his head explodes, like from that movie Scanner in the 80s. That's a shout back, but you know. I don't know. Anybody remember Scanners from the 80s?
I
I was
remember
born in the
Scanners.
80s.
Yes. Yes, somebody remembers it. What a terrible movie that was, but it scared the shit out of me as a kid.
It's bad.
Scared me as a kid though. The idea that someone could use their mind to make another person's head explode, that gave me nightmares as like a 10-year-old.
41.
41 points of damage. He only had 29 hit points left. He basically shows back, screams a high-pitched scream, and stabs himself with his own dagger through his own neck and commits suicide because
Wow.
he cannot bear what he saw. He is
Wow.
gone. So the one
You don't
that one
know
is
where I've been.
I want to live. So he is gone. So you have one that's been untouched. And you have one that's injured. The other 2 are dead, but there's one of them coming down the stairs behind you, Pia. So
Uh-oh.
keep that in mind. Okay. There's a
I
good
ain't scared.
distance. There's a good distance between you and the one coming down the stairs, but they're coming down the stairs. So it's Baka's turn. Baka, what would you like to do? One is injured and bleeding out in front of you.
Yeah, I'm
The
gonna
other one
attack-
is fresh.
I'm going to attack the one that's injured.
Injured, go for it. Don't
First,
forget that you get an
man.
extra attack.
Yep. I get 4 attacks.
4 attacks. Yeah, lovely.
Does a 30-30 hit.
A dirty 30 does indeed strike the target.
It doesn't hit.
Oh my God. Level 19s, man. Oh, more accurately, Baka is a level 13 rogue, a level 6 fighter.
Yep. With
What-
28 dexterity.
20 with a 28 dexterity.
It's 16 damage.
16 points of damage. 41 minus 16 is 25, if I'm not mistaken. 25 hit points left. Let's see. Carve him into a
another main
Christmas
hand?
turkey. Main hand with the
It's over 20.
over 20. What kind of
Say
damage?
15 damage.
15 damage gets him down to 10 hit points left. Swipe.
This is going to be my offhand.
Offhand.
It's got to be over 20. 22, I think.
Killing blow with the dagger, perhaps. How much damage? He's got 10 hit points left.
Well, my dagger does the minimum base of 10, so
So describe it. This is you knew after those first 2 strikes that the killing blow would be with your dagger. What do you do with that dagger?
yeah, I just drive it up into the chin. real
right
quick.
up through the chin.
And in and out before the blood can even get onto it.
He never saw it coming. It was almost like a paper cut through his face. He never saw it coming. So,
Right.
but you still have one more attack. If I'm
I
not
do.
mistaken.
I'm
You
gonna
get
switch over to the unharmed guy and
Go for it.
use my bonus action to sneak attack him.
Done deal. Bonus action using the hand. Is that how you doing?
Mage hand. I'm gonna have it poke him in the eye
Done.
just to distract him.
Ah, what the fuck?
Always go for the eyes.
Always go for the eyes.
Oh, I get advantage too.
Advantage.
It's a 32.
32 to hit is certainly a hit, or is 32 damage?
It's 32 to hit.
32 to hit is a hit. Absolutely. Armor class is only
so-
16.
I gotta roll these d6.
These guys are wearing studded leather and a blue tunic that's got the insignia of the Harpers on it. They've got crossbows. They've got several blades, but no shield and no metal armor.
It's 34 damage.
34 damage. Nice.
Not rolling well with my stealth. Sneak
Well,
attack.
listen. It happens. So so those are your 4 attacks, correct?
Correct.
And you used your bonus action already. You could use movement, but that would incur an
Nah.
attack of opportunity. So it's up
No
to you.
need.
So you stay where you are?
This guy's not even gonna hit me probably. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, you've got a crazy armor class because of that dexterity. All right, and all the toys you have. So it is the quote unquote guard's turn. Another soldier runs down the stairs behind Pia. Right now, the one engaged with you can attack, and so can the other one that came down to the base of the stairs. So 2 attacks from 2 different sources. I think you have more than 1 attack each, but so let's do the one that's facing off against you,
Who's
Pia.
you? Oh, Pia.
Pia, sorry about that.
Oh boy.
Was that
So
the one that
it's-
came down the stairs?
no. This is the one that
'Cause
you
I was-
basically the
I
one
just
that.
attacked that one melee. There was only one alive down there.
No,
out
no.
of the original 4.
Well, no, there was somebody with 100. There was somebody that was completely pristine.
That's the one I just attacked.
The guy you just
34.
attacked, that's the one that's attacking you.
Oh, I thought. Okay, I
Yeah.
thought he was attacking me. Sorry.
Yeah, no, he is. Okay,
Oh.
let's see. I rolled a 3, a natural 20, and an 11. Even an 11 does not hit you because 11 plus 7 is an 18. But the natural 20 does hit you, so I get to do a little double damage accent.
Yeah, I'm going
Oh,
to.
goody.
No, but he gets the uncanny dodge, so it turns into a regular attack if he so chooses.
Yeah, I'm gonna uncanny dodge the natural 20, and then I'm gonna use my what's it called, battle mastery.
You're going to use one of your superiority
Uh,
dice as a reaction, correct?
Riposte, I think it
Well,
is. or-
before
but-
you do the riposte, let me do the damage to you
Yeah, yeah.
first, but
I
you will
can't
have your
remember what it
reaction.
was.
One of your battle master maneuvers allows you, because he's a level 6
Yeah,
fighter,
It's
you
riposte.
get to riposte. Or riposte. I don't know how it's pronounced. Somebody needs to
It's
tell me
riposte.
on the internet.
I
Internet
Googled,
community,
I used Google,
how the hell?
and then I had it do the voice thing.
Oh, did you? Riposte.
I think
Okay.
it was riposte.
So what is the damage done to you would be let's see 13 points of piercing damage. It would have been 26, but we'll just do 13 because you halved it with uncanny dodge. So you take 13 points of damage and now you get to react. What are you doing?
Just attacking with the main hand.
Go for
That's
it.
all I get.
Go for it. And now you have, what'd you get?
Not kidding. Natural 20.
Come natural 20. Give me the double damage. I don't want you guys to die. I want you to survive so my story can be
Well,
told.
it's gonna be 28 damage total, but I don't remember what the exact wording of my natural 20 petrification sword, the sword of the basilisk, does.
Oh, that's fine. You using the sword of the basilisk?
Yes. I don't
So
remember what
basically,
it
he
does.
takes the 28 points of damage regardless. It's okay. So I'm going to take the 28 points, and I get a Constitution saving throw. I got to beat a 15, and I rolled a
Okay.
14 plus a 6 is
Yeah, so
a
you
dirty
beat it.
20. So he does not turn into a statue,
Okay.
but he still took the 28 points of damage.
Cool.
So I think that his turn is over. Yours was just a reaction. Now there are 2 dudes racing down the
You
stairs.
said I took 13 damage. Sorry, I just.
No, you took 13 points of damage.
Okay.
The 2 dudes that are racing down the stairs from the level above, one of them can attack and is basically going to race forward and slash at Pia, I think twice. He can attack twice with a scimitar. Oh no, I'm sorry. I take that back. He can attack twice with 2 scimitar, 1 dagger. So, but they're not as good as the other dudes. Okay, so 15
rude.
plus 5. Does a 20 hit you?
Rude.
Pia, 20 hit you?
Yeah.
Okay, so the 1 scimitar hit you, and the dagger is 17. Does the dagger hit you?
No.
Okay, so listen, you did pretty good. You
That
dodged
could have
out of
been
the
a lot
way.
worse.
You dodged out of the way of the dagger and the scimitar, and then on the backhand, he caught you across the chest. So I need you to take 6 points of slashing damage, Pia.
Ooh, I'm shaking.
Now, the other guy hasn't gotten a chance to attack yet, but he's coming down the stairs. Their turn is over. Let's go back to the top of the combat round. Sirach, you're
right.
at the top of the stairs. There's 2 dead bodies in front of you. Harry just rushed past you, chasing Theoden into the building. What do you do? Behind you, there are 8 soldiers chasing you.
8.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't really thought this through, I think.
Hey,
I just had a terrible idea.
By the way, there just happened to be 8 in the plaza. That doesn't mean there aren't more than
Yeah.
that in the building, which is multi-levels.
I think
It
I
might
know
be
what
in
I'm
the
gonna
city.
do after this.
But anyway,
yeah.
Sirach, it is your
Anyway.
turn. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna go through the door.
Go through the door. I would
gonna-
like you to make it very quickly
Okay.
I wish there was a luck score, like that you could make
Just
a
have
luck
them
check.
roll a
I
random
know, but
modifier.
I just wish that there was a luck score. It would be cool if there was
Like
a luck modifier.
High or low?
You know what? Yeah, just roll a d20.
I'm
let
not
me
gonna
know what you
lie.
get.
I kind of
know-
hate books that have. I've read books like with a luck modifier, like in the lit RPG genre.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of weird.
17.
17. With a 17, you rolled high enough. I would say that you do not come across any soldiers running in your general direction. So you're making your way through the building. What are you looking for, Sirach? You looking for for Harry and Theoden, or are you looking for something more specific?
I would be looking for Pia and Baka probably. My
Got you.
assumption would be that they would be headed towards them.
Got you.
It's an assumption.
Okay. So make a investigation check. Investigation. I'm looking for a 15 or higher. Let's see what you get.
Investigation is 16.
16. Beautiful. You find the stairs that both go up and down, and you find Harry standing in front of them as you turn the corner, and you don't see Theoden, but you hear the clanging of heavy armor around the corner, and you can only assume that Theoden is on his way to the foot of the stairs. So you basically you used your movement. You have not used your action. There are no enemies at the moment. What would you like to do?
Well, I guess the question I might want to change the order of things.
Sure.
Did I see 8 guards heading towards the door?
Yes. Without a perception check.
All right. So
because you knew they were in the plaza, and once you guys started swinging on the steps, they were going to come to intervene.
okay. So all I want to do is before I get too deep into the building,
Mhm.
I want to cast spike growth in the doorway.
Nice. That will be your action. Spike growth as you run past.
Nice.
Just so I know, just refresh my memory on like what the damage and what I need to do on that.
20 feet, and it makes it difficult terrain. And for
Difficult.
every 5 feet or
Every
2
5 feet they take
I think it's every
damage?
5 feet they take 1d4 worth of damage.
All right. So I'm going to think of it this way. If you put the 20-foot square, they would have to run 20 feet through it. So that'd be 4 times they would get hit with the D4. Is that fair if they ran through
yep,
the
that
doorway? So then you know what? Anybody that runs through the doorway, I'm taking away 4d4 of their hit points because
Okay.
they have to basically scrape their way and climb over the doorway. So basically, let me just put this down: 4d4, and I'll do an average of 4d4 is 2, 4, 6, 8. So every person that comes downstairs and chases after you is going to take 8 points of damage before they even get started. All right.
Oh, it's 2d4 for every 5 feet.
Oh,
They
good.
travel.
Then it's not 8 points; it's 16 points.
Yeah.
So every single soldier that passes that threshold will take 16
Couldn't just
points
leave
of
that alone, huh?
damage.
What?
The damage.
Oh,
Well, the
I don't
damage
know.
is
Well,
better
I
now.
just wanted to
Damage
make
better
sure
now.
because I know there's another one. It's like plant growth that's every 2 feet. So I just
I know, I'm just being a dick.
So your turn is over.
Oh, you're
After you
succeeding.
is Harry. Harry turns around. Harry is basically, I'm going to make a wisdom check for Harry. And Harry rolled pretty high, actually.
Gets me excited.
Well, wisdom check for Harry. He rolls high. He knows he was told to go up, but because he rolled a high wisdom check, that doesn't make sense to him. So he is going to hold his action and wait for Theoden to show up. He's going to hold his action to the end of the combat round. So Harry is finished.
Right.
Pia, what would you like to do? Actually, hold on a second. Theoden, it's your turn, if I'm not mistaken. Theoden, you reach the stairs. It is your intention to go up the stairs because that's what you were told. What do you do?
Make an investigation check.
Investigation check to do what? What do you investigate?
Let's see if I hear where
The chaos. Outstanding. Make an investigation. No, that's a perception check. Do a perception check for me.
Oh, okay.
That was smart.
Perception. Although it's going to have to roll high because they're like 2 levels below you.
18.
You don't, from where your vantage point is, you don't hear any noise of combat, neither above you or below you. You stop for a second. Harry goes, which way? Are you sure we should go upstairs?
He said he was upstairs. I don't, I hear nothing coming from upstairs?
You hear nothing because it's too far away. Is there anything that you would like
No,
to do
from
to get
upstairs.
more? From upstairs, you hear nothing. From downstairs, you do hear nothing. Is there anything, Theoden, you would like to do in order to gather more information?
What? Yeah, I'm talking in the earrings. Where upstairs are you?
Perfect. What do you guys say? Pia.
Baka. Oh, me?
Well, you can hear
You
him.
got the earrings.
You got earpiece too.
Oh, okay.
Where upstairs are you? Is what he said. What do you say?
I don't think we're actually upstairs. That's my fault. I think we're downstairs.
Pia, are you kidding me?
Get down here. Just shut up and get down here.
All right,
Turn around, Harry. Turn around.
So basically,
Hurry up.
because thankfully the earrings allow you to communicate and you will make your way down the stairs, but you have to basically cover 2 levels before you can get to them. That's going to be 2 full combat rounds before you get downstairs.
My bad, everybody.
All right. So no, it's fine. No, actually, listen, it's fine. It made for some comedy.
No,
So
it's
next, so next is Pia. Pia, what would you like to do?
Oh,
Right
it's my
now,
turn?
yeah, it's your turn. There are 2 dudes on behind you racing towards you. Actually, no, I'm sorry. I take that back. One of them is face to face with you. I'm sorry. One of them is face to face with you. One of them is at the base of the stairs, and in front of you is one is engaged in combat with Baka, in front of the jail cell with the 3 guys you're trying to rescue.
All right. Well, I guess.
Before you go any further, do your Blades of Disaster first, because that's your bonus round.
Oh, okay.
Your bonus action is Blades of Disaster. Honestly, since you how much can you move it each turn?
30 feet, which I'm assuming could be 60 with Spell Sniper if you would allow
60 would be Spell Sniper, but here's the deal. It's a narrow corridor, and you would have to send it past yourself 60 feet to the other side. Oh, it can do that.
It can harmlessly pass through anything.
Oh, so then guess what?
Yeah.
It can attack any of the 3 of them if you wanted to. Because 60 feet, it can just go to anywhere you want.
All right. Well, so the one in my face is the one that the blade was attacking, right?
No.
Or
The
is that
one
a
the
fresh
one the blade was attacking was in front of the jail cell with the 3 guys, and that person was carved into nothing. He's dead.
Oh, good. Right.
Yeah. Imagine, actually, I'll draw a little quick image of.
He's done.
the
He's
deal
dead.
is. I'll do a quick image of sort of like this. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to use. Okay. Quick image. This is Pia. This is the X is a soldier. Soldier at the foot of the stairs. The jail cell. Soldier and Baka. Baka's the circle.
Why am I a little dot? I want to be.
I just happen to make you a little dot. I'll make him a dot with a mohawk.
Because you're a gnome.
That's true. We're seeing you from above, so
Yeah.
Right.
you're just a dot, and then Pia's kind of a little more bulbous because of his horns.
This is
Yes.
true. It's very
See,
true.
look at
That's
that.
exactly what I was thinking.
All right. Well, then I
Oh,
guess I'll do
no.
the blade first, and I'll have the blade. I'll have him hit the one in front of me.
Got you. So self-preservation. You bring the blade over as with your bonus action.
Yeah.
Roll twice to hit that dude right in front of you. See what happens.
Okay. Oh my God. A natural 1.
Natural 1. Hold on. Natural 1 plus what?
12.
It does not hit. It does
Okay.
not hit.
Shit.
You're lucky it doesn't hit you.
Are you fucking kidding
What
me?
did you just do?
I just rolled
The
a
natural one
2.
with he rolled a 1 and a 2.
No,
with
what
the
were
Blades
you
of Frost.
attacking? Like
The
how?
one right in front of me with the blade of disaster.
Oh, with blade.
Oh, that's fucked up.
So you rolled a 1, a 2 plus what? 13? You said
12. Wait.
14 is not enough.
Oh no, I lied. It's a 14. 12 plus 2 because of my robe.
12
So
plus
it is
2.
a 14.
So
not
12.
enough.
So the 2 hits.
2 plus 14 is 16. That's a
Yeah,
hit.
so that hits, but the
Oh, I
natural
thought you
one
said
doesn't.
2 plus 12.
Yeah, I thought it was 12. My spell attack bonus is 12 plus 2 more because of the robe that I wear.
Nice. Good for you.
All right, good. All right, so then we got at least one. We got one. It's
All
okay.
right.
We're safe. 3.
So the trident of death and destruction spears this guy with the second thrust. How much damage does it do?
27 points.
27 points. It strikes him in his midsection. Part of his digestive tract comes pulling out. But you know what? This guy is still swinging. Maybe he's destined to die in the next few minutes, but right now he's still a threat on the battlefield.
That's okay. So I'm gonna just kind of let that.
And that was your bonus action. You still have an action.
Yes. So then my action, I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna shoot a ray of frost at the one running up towards me.
Gotcha.
Because it'll slow down his speed by 10 feet.
I love it. Ray of frost.
All right.
Icicles from the freezer come out of
Yes.
your hands in the direction of the stairwell.
All right, and that's a 15 plus.
That is absolutely a hit. You strike him with the icicle blast.
All right, and that's 4d8.
4d8
So
damage.
ooh. 26 points of damage.
26 points of damage. Nice, nice.
All right, and then I'll get attack of opportunity on me if I move. Right,
Yes.
then I am moving.
You're also kind of sandwiched between two of them anyway, if you really think about it.
Yeah,
Because if you move from one, you're heading in the direction of the other.
yeah, no, forget it.
All right. So your turn is over, if I'm not mistaken. Baka.
That's it.
Baka, it is
Yep.
your turn. What would you like to do?
What? But the guy in front of me is still alive, right?
Guy in front, he's still alive, but he is a mess.
All right. I'll finish him off, I guess.
Finish him off.
Don't have a choice.
Go for it.
I'll start off with the You know what? I'm gonna save it actually.
Okay.
I'm just gonna attack normally.
Attack normally.
It's 20 something.
20 something is a hit.
Okay. 15 damage.
15 damage. 50 minus 15 is 35 hit points left.
Oh, well, if you're telling me how much health he has left,
Well, there you go.
you shouldn't tell me, Chris.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, I'll just attack again. Main hand.
Go for it. Main hand.
Same roll, over 20.
20 plus is a hit against these guys. They're only wearing studded leather armor.
16 damage.
16. That gets you down to, I think, 15, 19 hit points left.
I think 35 minus 16.
35 minus 16, 19, right?
Yep.
I hope so.
I
Math
think
fails me.
you're right.
Math fails me.
This is offhand, but it's still gonna be over like 4 plus 15. So
19 is a hit
yeah, this is D4.
with the dagger.
A 1 plus 10, 11 damage.
11 down to 8.
And
Don't you?
it's-
But
I'm just-
you're hasted,
Yeah,
so you should
I
get another
have
attack.
one more attack, and I'm gonna stealth. I'm just gonna sneak attack for the hell of it.
Sneak attack.
This
Poke him in
time,
the
I'm
eye.
I'm gonna not poke him in the eye. I'm gonna give him a wet willy.
Wet Willy in the ear. Distraction with the hand,
All right.
the floating unseen hand.
It's over 20.
That's certainly a hit. All I need is 8 hit points. It's a plus 10, is
my
it not?
my base is 8, and then that's without the sneak attack.
Well,
but-
then you know what? You basically, the distraction, he would have survived if not for the Wet Willy.
of
So
course.
he is gone. There are two soldiers in the basement right now in
I
this
would like to
corridor.
describe that real, Chris.
You liked what?
I would like to describe it real quick.
By
though.
all means.
So while the mage hand's giving him wet willy in his left ear, my dagger comes into the right ear.
Absolutely.
Or my sword.
Perfect.
That's
Perfect,
all.
perfect. So there are two soldiers down here, not elite soldiers. The ones from upstairs look like they're bookending PA basically at this point.
Okay, I'm going to
Um,
use my movement to try to get in front of PA.
Okay. It's I think you would be able to. Well, actually make a dexterity check really quickly.
Check. Math is failing me right now, but it's 22, I think.
With plus a 20, I was looking for 20 or higher. It's easy enough for you to insert yourself right in the middle of the fray where the guy has the option of hitting either you or PA. basically. So you're
Yeah, my
not
idea is to
exactly.
stand in front of Pia.
I know
basically.
you're trying to, but it's one of those deals where if he wants to swing over you and at him, he wouldn't have a problem because like you're 3.5 feet, he's 6 feet. So
Way to rub it in, Chris.
yes. Sorry about that. So now that is the end. Now the guards go.
Oh,
Okay.
and I sorry, one more thing.
Sure.
I'd like to use the earring saying, they didn't get down here. We need you to start teleporting people out in groups. You might need to come back.
I'm coming.
Teleport them out, come back, and then get the rest of us.
Okay. You say all of that, but you doubt that he hears all of it. But in any event, he knows he's coming. He's coming. So
Getting my belly down there.
getting the belly down there. So now these two guys get to go. Both of them, well, actually, one of them is dealing with the effects of the frozen spell. So he's, instead of trying to fight his way through the spell, he's going to take out his distance weapon and shoot at, and he has a choice between shooting at either Pia or Baka. I'll make a random roll. And he goes for Pia, he shoots over the head of the gnome and tries to hit the larger target with the horns.
I jump
He's
up
gonna
and
shoot-
catch it in my mouth.
I don't know if you're a monk, you definitely could. That's for sure. They have like catching bullets or whatever, like catching missiles. The first one roll is a natural 3, but the second one is a 16 plus a 5 is a 21. Does that crossbow bolt hit you? No.
That hits.
Okay, so then that crossbow bolt does. Where the hell is it? It does 6 points of slashing damage. Pia 6. And then I roll a third attack. No, actually, no, two strike. Actually, this is for the other guy. I rolled a 2 for the first attack, but this time I rolled an 18, natural 18 and natural 15. So let's see, 23 and a dirty 20. Do both of those hit?
Yeah, my AC is 19.
The AC is 19. So unfortunately, so he swipes at you with his longer weapon. You dodge out of the way of that, but then he catches you on the backhand, and then takes his dagger and slams it into the top of your leg.
Oh.
So basically he does 6 plus 5, 11 points of piercing damage. Pia. Now those two guys have gone. At the base of the stairs, another one arrives. So technically there are 3 opponents in this corridor now. So let's go to the top of the combat round. Sirach, it is up to you. Would you like to descend the stairs?
Yes, I would.
You descend the stairs, the 2 cats follow you. The cats are faster than you are, using their keen perception to try to sniff out their friends. If anything, they'll be like little animals that can lead you to the group.
Chris,
yes.
I haven't made a single attack with Ari yet. Can I just do it can a Sirach do it for me?
Absolutely. Absolutely, you can.
He's with him.
Sure.
Okay.
So yeah,
use the same,
when Alistair
stats.
goes, Ari will go. Unfortunately, you're running down the stairs. You use all of your movement, and if you want to use your action to, well, actually, if you want to use, let me think about this for a second, because there are soldiers on your 2 levels above. You could use your dash to go down to where you need to be, but I would imagine that on the lower level there are soldiers flooding the corridor. Yeah, you guys are going to end up getting into a fight with guys coming down the corridor. Okay, so Sirach, you said that you're heading downstairs, right, with the two cats?
Yeah.
All right. So on the level above, what you don't know this. You don't know that you're actually 1 level above. You just know that you're trying to head down these stairs. But the 1 level above, there is a large number of soldiers in that corridor, all trying to make their way as fast as they can down the stairs, and you crash right into them. If you so desire, you can make an attack on the first one you see. Or you can just use, that's the choice. The choice is you can either make an attack or you can use the dash action and take an attack of opportunity to try to beat them down the stairs. If it's up to you. Just trying to visualize this the right way.
So I kind of want to ask you,
Sure.
like, if you could clarify how, like, everyone, like, so
Okay,
I get it. I'm going down the
You're
stairs.
going down the stairs.
What corridor, like, are they coming from, like, this way?
Imagine you're heading down the stairwell, right? And you're imagine like a school stairwell, like in high school, right?
Mm-hmm.
And as you head down the stairwell, there's a door, let's say to your left.
Mm-hmm.
And in that room, the door to the left,
Yep.
you see several soldiers. If you made a rough count, maybe a dozen. You're not really sure. Just
Okay.
several heads, swords, all trying to head into, not to intercept you, but they're going in the same direction you're going.
Okay.
So inevitably, one of you could theoretically stop there and attack the guy in the doorway, or you could try to like run past him and make it down the stairs and just like try to beat him down to the destination. It's up to you what you'd like to do.
So how about if I'm going down the stairs,
Mhm.
I see them coming from this corridor,
Mhm.
I cast Wind Wall right to block them off.
Boom. Love it. Tell us about Wind Wall.
All right. So Wind Wall, make a wall up to 50 feet long, 15 feet high, and a foot thick. I can shape it however I want, as long as it's
Sure.
a continuous path, whatever.
And that's what you need.
It'll last a minute. When the wall appears, a creature within its area must make a strength saving throw. Creature takes 3d8 bludgeoning damage on
Ooh.
a failed, or half as much on a successful one. It'll keep fog, smoke, other gases at bay. Smaller flying creatures or objects can't pass through it.
How many creatures does it affect? Anyone that's in its area of effect? Is that how it works?
Yes, anyone within its area of effect.
So let's say the doorway was 5 feet wide, and there was, let's say, a row of, let's say, 7 or 8 soldiers, one after the other. Would you be able to, if you cast the wind wall, to attack all of them? Is that what the spell insinuates? If they're all lined up like ducks?
If they're all lined up like ducks, I guess technically. Hold on, what's this
It just
dimensions
let's
again?
not cheese it, because we are on the internet.
Fif-
I don't want people to yell at
50
us.
feet long, 15. So it's only a foot thick.
Well,
So like,
if it's 50 feet long,
so I mean, I guess technically, if I target it correctly, if
if you
they're
target it correctly,
lined up like
and they're lined up
ducks,
like ducks, 50
I
feet
could literally
is,
just
50 feet is 10 squares.
yeah, I could just
Exactly.
hit
So
him
I'm
with
gonna, yeah,
a foot of wind.
yeah, exactly. And it does 3d8 damage.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I get dexterity save. Oh no, I get strength saving throws.
Strength saving throw, because
All
you're
right.
basically like being blown
Trying
away.
to fight it. All right. So, and let's see. Let me do this strength save. So I get a +2. All right. What is the number I'm supposed to beat?
My DC is 15.
15. So the first one succeeded. Second one failed. Okay. 2 out of 3 succeeded. 3 out of 4 succeeded. 3 out of 5 succeeded. 3 out of 6 succeeded. 4 out of 7. 4 out of 8. 4 out of 9. Okay, so it affects 9 soldiers. Blasts them.
Wow.
Beautiful spell. 4 out of the 9 of them succeeded, but they all take up damage, correct?
Yeah, the
Beautiful.
ones succeeding will take half.
Outstanding. Now let's give me the damage and I'll figure out all this entire row of soldiers.
16 points of bludgeoning.
Okay, so 16, 16, 16, 16, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. Okay. So now let me ask you a question. Does it push them? Like, what does it do? Does it like, is it like a continuous wall that prevents them from going forward unless they make a strength saving throw or something? Because it sounds like it's something that's continuous for a full minute that pushes them in the opposite direction, right?
It doesn't say anything about pushing. Oh wait, sorry. Hold on. Arrows, bolts, and other ordinary projectiles launched to the targets behind the wall are deflected upward and automatically miss.
Wow, that's pretty
okay.
strong.
Yeah, so it lasts the duration, but it doesn't say anything about pushing them back.
All right, well, I'm making a judgment call. It's not going to
Okay.
push them back, but they're going to fight with this wall of wind for the next 10 rounds, trying to make it down that stairwell, held in place as if they're being hit with like a hurricane through a doorway. So basically,
Okay.
there was an entire row of soldiers that you guys were going to have to deal with that is now held at bay for at least 10 rounds or 1 full minute of combat.
Nice rock.
So there, that doorway would have been flooded with people down the stairs. Now only soldiers coming from behind you that went through the thorns are able to go back downstairs. Those guys in that room can't come with against you. So nice use of a spell. Very cool. So you used your movement, you used your action. I think that they're done, except unless if you want, I guess, to send Ari and Alistair further down the stairs with a dash.
Yeah, sure.
All right,
Yeah,
so
send them further.
Ari and Alistair are at the base of the stairs. In front of Ari and Alistair, they can see Pia, the two soldiers. Actually, they can see actually 3 soldiers, Pia and Baka, in the distance. So the two cats can see. So now Theoden is next. Theoden, you're going to race down the stairs and chase Serac, correct?
Yes, sir.
So he's casting a spell, and there's like a wall of wind that's keeping the soldiers, like they basically look like Keystone Cops they're falling all over each other in this room to the left. Do you want to use the dash action as your action to make it down to the stairs?
Yes.
Okay, so using your action to dash and using Chester's action to dash, the dog, the 2 cats, and Theoden, you're now in the foot of the stairs, and you can see Pia and Baka in the distance. Okay. But you can't act because you had to use your action in order to make it down there. Okay, so Harry's going to do the same thing. Pia, it's your turn. You look behind you and you notice it's getting a little crowded in this corridor.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Fireball. No, I'm just kidding. No,
Totally
no.
could.
No. I guess I'll send the blade first.
Bonus action, bladed disaster. Where are you sending it? Both guys on either side of you are both injured.
No, I'll
They
do
seem
the one.
equal injury.
I'll do the one in front of me.
Gotcha.
So I'll roll. Oh shit!
What was the attack
What is
roll?
with these fucking rolls, man?
Bad rolls tonight?
4 plus 14.
4 plus 14 is still a hit.
I know, but it's not my crit.
That's true.
There we go. 19 plus 12.
19 plus 12. So now that is a double damage for the second.
That's going to be 12d12.
All right, before you do, let's put it this way. I'm going to assume that because you didn't wait and roll, that you sent both attacks for the same target.
Yes.
Okay, so don't even roll. It's not
Okay.
even worth it because it had 38 hit points left. There's no way in the world that with a crit.
That I was going to roll all ones. Are you sure about
No.
that?
You want to try? Let's give it a try.
No,
Roll
we
the
don't have
normal.
to.
Let's see what it is. Roll the first one.
All right. So then the first one is just going to be 4d12. That's 10 plus 11 plus 6. So that's 26
26.
and 30.
So 38
Yeah.
minus 30 is 8 hit points left. This
Yeah.
8 hit points minus a crit. He's dead.
Yes.
So the trident spears his head right into the wall, picks him up off the ground where he's literally suspended into the wall, like as if for target practice. And then pulls out and his body slumps to the ground, falls back to the ground. So your bonus action is done. You can see the wide eyes of terror of the other guy on the other side of you. What would you like? So what is your action?
I'm going to Eldritch Blast times
Eldritch
4.
Blast times 4. Go for it.
All right. The first one is a 15 plus 12.
Is a hit.
That's a hit. Second one, 9 plus. What is that? 21.
Hit.
Now it's 17 plus.
Is a hit.
And another 17 plus.
All 4 of your necrotic blasts, it's almost like puke, like a liquid consistency infused with maggots.
Yeah.
Not force damage, necrotic.
Theoden's favorite. He spreads it on his toast in the morning.
Exactly. He feeds his insects on his beer.
Yeah,
A little
right.
bit of it.
Yep.
How much damage do we take? He's got 41 hit points. Let's see how much he gets.
So the first one does 9 points.
So that's down to 32.
Second one does 12.
Down to 20.
Third one does 8.
Down to 12.
And the fourth one does 17.
And let's just say that he gets so overwhelmed with the maggots, it starts to eat out his eyes, the inside of his mouth. He basically, even if he's not dead instantly, he goes down into a puddle of his own mess, his own gore in his face, trying to dig it out of his own eyeballs. He's ripping out his own eyes in order to get it out of his face. If he's not dead immediately, he will be in seconds. He's done.
Meanwhile, Theoden, anyone you gonna eat that?
So now there is another one coming down the stairs. I can't
hit it.
Yeah, you can't hit it. But Baka, This one that's coming down the stairs, you can, if you want to, you can reach him if you were to charge him. He's kind of halfway between, or you could, it's up to you.
I'm gonna use my range attacks actually this time.
Absolutely, no problem.
So I got my boomstick, which I
Pulls
haven't
out
used since-
the antique firearm, Victorian style from Percy's firearm shop in Flitwick. Pulls the trigger, it's double barrel action. Boom, boom.
Boom.
Just a sec. 28. Okay. All right. So I'm ready.
First one is to hit.
It's a Jesus Christ. It's over 30.
Over 30 is absolutely a hit. He hasn't been touched yet, but you know what? I don't have really a lot of faith in the fact that he's going to be standing after this round.
So it does 34 damage.
34, 65 minus 34 is 31. First
Okay.
shot, boom, hits him right in the chest, drops him to one knee.
Okay. Second shot
Spits up blood. Puh,
in the 20s.
it's a hit.
All right.
So let's see. He's only got 31 hit points left.
Yeah, it does 35, 36.
30, 35, 36. The point is, second shot takes one of his ear and half of his head off. He falls down to the floor in a puddle of blood. Now, here's the deal, gentlemen. For 1 second, we will stop the combat round actions because it seems like everyone in a moment is going to be at the base of the stairs and you guys can cluster together in this hallway because at the moment, and it will not last, there are no soldiers in your vicinity. You know that won't last. The floor above you is held fast because of the wind spell, but you know that the vines outside are not going to keep the ones from outside from coming downstairs. Not to mention there's other floors in this building where they could be flooding down the stairs. What would you guys like to do?
Well, when everyone's downstairs, I want to cast minor illusion and make it seem like the wall stops or it's
Okay.
Dead
I
end.
want to make it's a dead end. Yeah, basically.
I could, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Is there
That's
something
If
that's
I
pretty
cast call lightning in the hallway,
Why would you?
well, it's a bizarre thought, but it would probably work.
I mean, it's an AoE. I'm just thinking AoE.
There's nobody here though.
Well, when they get there, you goof.
It would be safer than fireball.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if I
Let me
do it, like-
out!
No,
Let
no.
me out of this cell!
Thaden,
The white
Thaden.
dragonborn is bloodied and beaten, but he's awake enough to start rattling the cell, noticing all the dead guards on the floor and people clustering around. He has no idea who you are, but obviously he's like, get me out of the cell! Get me out of the cell!
Take your go teleport all the pets and the prisoners out of the city, outside the city. Then come teleport back into the dungeon and take the rest of us out.
I only have 2 left.
No, you have 3. So
Nope,
no,
he used
you-
one.
Oh,
He
you're
used
right.
one.
Shit.
So I got 2 left. Da,
All
da,
right,
da, da.
Pia and I can get out by ourselves. You just take everyone else.
The blonde-haired human, Lieutenant
That's
Wyatt
fine.
of the Order of the Gauntlet, goes to the cell doors with his 2 black eyes and his bloody fucking mouth. He goes, "Oh, it's good to see you guys. It's good to see you guys." Reed doesn't say a word. He's silent.
look so good.
Oh, I don't feel so good. Let me tell you. So yeah. So in that cell, obviously, as a reminder, is the white dragonborn, which you don't really know. Blonde-haired Wyatt, who you've met several times, and that guy Reed, who you met once and barely said a boo to you because he was just really quiet. Irilith was the talkative one. He was the quiet one. So what are you guys doing? Obviously, you know you've only got a few moments before the basement of this building is flooded with more soldiers. But for the moment, you can plan.
I think they should just teleport out with
All right,
as many
that's
people as
fine,
they can,
that's
and
fine,
then me and
that's
Pia
fine.
can stay behind and make our own way out.
I'll teleport everyone outside the walls of the city, right?
Well, let's go through this a little at a time. Obviously, your intention is to teleport people out. So who would you like to teleport out first, Aiden? Because you know you have a limit of 8. You can't do more than 8 at a time.
Yeah, so I'll do. Well, how many is there?
Well, there's 8
More
of
than
you
8.
total, just you guys. But
Yes.
then there's 3 other dudes that you may want to rescue that's inside that jail cell. Number 1, the jail cell is still locked. So that's a
I'll unlock it.
okay. So
Alright.
you're going to use your action to make a roll to unlock the jail cell.
36.
A 36. Now, it's a specially enchanted lock, but the DC was 30. You still opened it. So it was child's play for your skill level. Boop, boop, boop. Tumbler, poop.
All right.
So the door is unlocked. You have access to all 3 of those prisoners.
So
what would you? So
my
what are you doing?
idea is Theoden takes all the pets, the prisoners, and Harry out. The 3 of us, Sirach, Pia will take Sirach out with the dimension door, and I'll make my own way out.
All right. So
That
then,
way,
if that's the plan,
and
do you agree,
Hmm.
Theoden?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds
So if you
good.
agree,
The
then
math sounds like it adds up.
well, we'll do it.
You
We'll
didn't
do
even
it.
try.
We'll do it at one turn at a time, and we'll see how it turns out. Because there's not much time to think and debate about it. Because you know that you can hear the footsteps already. A lot of yelling and screaming and footsteps, and you have a feeling it's gonna be flooded in just a few moments. So you go inside the jail cell with the 3 dudes. You tell them to cluster up, right? You get the dog and the 2 cats, which, if I'm mistaken with you, that makes 7.
Plus Harry.
Then Harry is 8. Where are you taking this group of people, Theoden?
Right outside the walls of the city.
Right outside the walls of the city.
But,
Absolutely.
But like behind the wall.
Behind a wall.
Why
like,
not
you
go a
know-
little farther, like 1,000, 2,000
All right,
feet
yeah,
out?
yeah, we'll go a little out.
All right. So what you'll do is you're in your mind, you're gonna.
sight,
Here's
out
what you're gonna do. In your mind, you're gonna imagine like a rock or an outcropping that
Yeah.
you saw like 2,000 feet beyond the wall
Yeah.
of the city, like as you were approaching. You're gonna visualize that in your mind, and you're gonna say what?
Duck butter.
Boom, 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 boom. Through time and space, through the darkness, and suddenly that group of 8 individuals, including yourself, find themselves 2,000 feet outside the wall. They're confused, a little seasick, a little nauseous, but safe. Now, Theoden, what would you like to do next? No one can tell them anything unless that's not true, because you have earpieces that can. No,
Yeah.
wait. He's
I have
2,000
the
feet
sending
away.
spell. I could use
You
it.
could, but you don't know. You only use a sending
Yeah.
spell if he doesn't come back. But right now, you're beyond
mean-
this the range of the 1,000
Fuck.
foot.
I
So
told
right-
him not to come back, so I'm
I-
hoping he
No,
listens.
but no. Theoden, what are you doing next?
We gotta wait.
Oh, you gotta wait. So you're waiting. That's your plan. Good.
Yeah.
So now, while you're waiting with the group, Theoden, what are you telling the group of people that are with you that are very confused?
I'm
what are you
gonna
telling
say
them?
hi. My comrades will meet us. Find a place to be out of sight.
Okay, perfect. That's what everybody's going to do, including the pets. Perfect advice. So now we're
know.
back inside this. We're back inside the cell. They just disappeared. What are you guys doing now? You hear the footsteps getting louder.
Hold hands and go through the door, Pia.
I guess so.
Cool.
Shoot the
So
dimension door.
who's casting Dimension Door?
That's my last spell slot.
That's what I was going to ask. I wanted to make sure that you actually had the spell slot. So your last spell slot is Dimension Door. Where are you taking Sirach?
Where do you want to go?
Like candlelit beach, maybe. I don't.
Good answer.
Pick me
That's-
up first.
Good answer.
Too far. I could go 1,000 feet.
The most romantic spot that you can find 1,000 feet away from here.
All right.
I like that answer.
Okay,
All right.
cool.
And
So
I'm gonna
fair-
send them to.
Wow,
I'm gonna
man.
send them to an alleyway between 2 busted up buildings that's carefully hidden away.
Well, here's the question. You believe, Pia, based on your perception, you believe that with your 1,000 feet that you could get on the outside of the wall if you wanted to. Do you want to try to get on the other side of the wall?
Fuck yeah.
Okay, cool. Because this building is within 1,000 feet of a section of the wall that, the only thing is that it's on a side of the outside of the wall that you have not personally seen. So theoretically, there could be some kind of weird construction, like a ballista or something that you could accidentally materialize into. Do you want to take the chance?
Yeah.
Roll me a D100.
All right. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. 47.
Cool. If you had rolled a 22 to a 30, you would have materialized inside one of the ballistas and taken damage and made a shit ton of noise, but you didn't. You successfully bamfed you and Sirach outside of the walls, out of sight, completely safe. There's literally no one around you. It's the middle of the day, and there's no soldiers that can see you from this vantage point. So let's go to Baka. Baka, what are you doing?
I'm gonna turn invisible.
Invisible. Is it a spell slot situation?
It is.
How many you got left? Just want to make be on the
After
level.
this, I have one more.
Okay, cool. So not an issue. Cast invisibility or invisible. Are you sneaking past people?
I'm gonna fly up and fly over their head invisible.
All right. Well, there isn't much of a ceiling, but I will give it to you.
Basically
I will-
like spider climb the
Yeah,
ceiling.
do the spider climbs the ceiling type situation where you're like you are short. So chances are if it was a 10-foot ceiling and you're 3.5 feet tall, there's no
Well,
reason
I'm
why.
going horizontal. Well, trying to go horizontal.
Yeah, exactly. There's no reason why you couldn't kind of like do a thing where they wouldn't. If you were like a full size dude, like 6 or 7 feet tall, then it'd be impossible. But being 3.5 feet tall, there's no reason why you can't go above them. That's cool.
Yeah.
So you know what? I'm not even going to insult you with a roll. Bottom line is,
I want to make the roll.
oh,
There's
you
a
want to make
chance.
the roll? Okay, fair enough.
There's always a chance
All
to
right.
roll one.
So let's do this. Let's check this out. Let's go. I want a stealth check with advantage because you're invisible, and I want for the first level.
Okay. I rolled a 2 and a 7, so
the 7 turns
plus
into
19 is 26. Oh, I have reliable talent, so it's 29.
29. 1, 2, 3. So you make your way from the first level to the second level. First of all, you pass the room with the wind, and the wind thing is still holding people at bay. So that people are falling all over each other in the room that's the rock blocked with the air spell. So you make your way up past through the landing to that second level, which is the base level, the lobby level of the building. I need you to make another stealth check to make it out the front door with advantage because you're invisible and hugging the ceiling.
I got a natural 1 and an 18.
18. So 18 turns into what?
37.
All right. Now, if I roll a natural 20, it won't matter. 16, 11. Nope. You very deftly, while you're invisible, hugging the ceiling, easily make your way out of the building. You float up into the air. If you take an aerial view, it would be easy enough for you to be able to find your friends while surveying from the sky. You can find whichever group you like because I'm sure it'd be easy enough for the group of you, the 3 groups, to reassemble at some point beyond the walls of Hona. But now, with not only the person that Prince Ryan of the Zentarum and that wanted Reed, but also it seems like a little bit of a gift shop. You got yourselves 2 extra bonus people that you did not expect. Wyatt is there, and this guy who introduces himself as Durdan Whiteshade, and he says that he's a member of the Glorious Five. He calls himself.
Whoa, okay.
So
what is the Glorious 5?
It's our group name. Every group's got to have a group name. We're the Glorious Five.
Are you guys like adventurers?
Yeah,
Nothing compared to the natural ones.
Well, I've heard of the natural ones. You guys are the natural ones?
The same.
Well, listen, I've heard good things about the natural ones. We at the moment we're being paid by the Zentarum in order to do missions. I was part of a group of people here trying to liberate this one, and points to the dark cloaked elf Reed Underbow. But unfortunately, I got caught. It's that usually doesn't happen, but it happened this time. So anyway, not so glorious. Ha ha ha. Well, anyway, so you make small talk as you walk, and the good news is that you basically have, if I'm not mistaken, 1 helm of teleportation use left. It is 3:00 in the afternoon, and you are free from Hona. It will be a good time, probably. Is there anything that you guys would like to do or say or plan before we call it a night?
We're really burning this Harper Bridge, aren't we?
Well, they might not know it was us.
They're gonna find out.
We killed all the witnesses.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Harry says that's true. Actually, they did. There's really no connection between us. They just know that someone came in and broke them out. In fact, and he points to the white dragon, to Dragonborn, goes, they'll probably just blame the Zentarum instead of you guys. They already made an attempt to get this guy Reed out, so it would make sense that they would think that it's another attempt by the Zentarum to get Reed out. They don't even have to know that we were here.
Yeah. So
although I kind of want them to know we're here because this has to go in the book.
You just want to see the look on Helen's face.
We need the Harpers for our the battle against the Brudicatoa. So let's not tell them just yet.
Yeah. All right. Well, in any event, is there anything that you guys would like to do before we call it a night?
Well, I just think we should wait till the next day and then teleport, do the back and forth teleporting taxi thing. Bring
So
these
where
guys.
would you guys like to teleport next?
We'll bring these 3 guys to Dizentarm City, to Enosa.
Enosa. Okay.
And then
Is
they can
everyone
come
is
back for
everyone
us.
is everyone agree with that?
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Mhm.
But wait till the next day so they didn't lose his item.
Cool.
Or somebody realizes and like assumes we kidnapped them or something, and then we get in trouble.
Well, the bottom line is that unfortunately, the next time that we play episode number 42 is going to be a couple of weeks from now. It's going to be on a Tuesday on August 3rd. So we should set this up as properly as we could so that we can really hit the ground running the next time we get together. So you guys are on the open road, possibly going to camp together, have some conversations, maybe a little backstory about where these guys came from, what they're going to do. And then after a night of maybe like watching the road to make sure there's no random attacks, using the helmet teleportation to head to Enosa to drop off Reed and possibly this white scale guy, this Durdam white scale guy. And then figure out what to do with Wyatt, who's basically is a lieutenant in the Order of the Gauntlet. You have yet to hear his story. Does that sound like it makes sense, guys?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
All right.
to me.
If there's
Plausible.
if there's anything else that you want to do or add to it, listen, we could just text each other and we could put it on the agenda for 2 weeks from now.
Mhm.
So everybody happy?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Shenanigans ttRPG. We play D&D. Thank you for joining us. This was episode number 41 of our continuing campaign. No cliffhanger ending this week, unfortunately, but they succeeded in getting their, they rescued the hostages, which I did not think they were going to do in the way that they did.
Hell
If
yeah.
they only knew, Anyway, thanks for watching. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate it. And we will see you on Tuesday, August 3rd for the next episode.
Yeah.
Guys, if you want to say goodnight, feel free to do so.
Good
Good night.
night,
Good night.
fellow companions.